for the stream?
It
It should be in the Discord, isn't it?
Yeah, I'll just post it again, but it's up at the very top. But there you go. If you're in the general chat, you should see it shared at the top.
I mean, the link for the stream.
Oh, the stream. Oh, okay, yeah, here. Oh, okay, yeah, here. There you go.
There it is. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Without further ado, let's get started. Welcome back, Kingmakers, to a Not Sunday edition. Let's all start off the same way we do every night. Light up your D20s on your character sheets for me, up by your portraits, so you don't forget that you have an inspiration. You can reroll any D20 of the night one time, and you take the new roll. Doesn't give you the new advantage or anything, just one D20. And with that, let's start off, as we do every week, with a D20 roll for a recap of last week. The lowest roll can give us a recap. Nat 20.
Well, there goes one of my attack 20s.
Yep, there we go.
A
Yep.
3
Merry
from
crowns.
Sir
Son
Taurus.
of a bitch.
Sir Taurus, if you'd be so kind, give us a recap of last week. What did we do? How did we get here? And I'll bring us back to that scene in the heart of Kars. Let's see.
So, following the defeat of the demon that was dressed up as the master druid of the Kars Guardians White Copes, we chose to enter the temple to see for ourselves what was in there, and we found a giant beating heart being attacked by Faerun, and some tablet that Lady Moonfire wanted. So we took the tablet, and that engaged the traps and closed the door. And the Guardians came awake. The Faerun ignored us. The Guardians tried to beat us up. The room started filling with blood. We defeated the Guardians. And now we are stuck in this room filling with blood from this heart.
That is pretty much it. We are in the middle of a temple made of pink marble, filled with columns and a beating heart in the center, and it is filling with blood. Rapidly so. And the party has to figure something out here. But we pick up at the end of the battle. As everything starts to wind down, you're all still in a little bit of a panic, as you don't have a lot of time, but you do have time. You do have a few moments here. Turn-wise, it's a lot of turns, but minute-wise, it's only a few minutes. And I'll throw it to all of you. What do you do in this moment?
All right, do we all agree with... Go ahead, Gray.
Oh, no, I mean, the first thing Rook was going to do is turn on his psi crystal light so that he can see, now that the golem is not turning it off, so that everybody can see it, like to turn that on.
Just to create light in the room?
Yeah, just to create light,
I
so we can
cast light
see.
as well.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. That's good. That's good enough.
Here you go. What I'll do is
Yeah.
I will make it not constrained
was like-
by walls. There you go.
Okay, cool.
You guys can see.
Rook lights up the psi crystal that he has on his armor and lights up the room so everybody can see exactly what's going on.
So,
To represent the blood here, I'm going to also add a light, and I'm going to make it also not constrained by walls.
That's a lot of blood.
There you go.
DM,
So-
as
Yes.
I've got a point of order question. Okay, so I was, as a dwarf, I did spend the better part of 15 minutes in the entryway that is now sealed shut.
Yes.
I was not specifically looking for anything in particular as far as the stonework, although I was kind of like, checking things out as I'm just standing there waiting on the rest of the party to get the tablet. Is it within the realm of possibility that I might have seen something like, hey, maybe there might be something worth a second look over there that I recall? Can I roll for that? Or is it, I mean, it's like at the time I didn't specifically say I'm looking around the entryway, blah, blah, blah.
No,
However,
absolutely.
I did.
Yeah. So
I mean, as
give
a
me an
stonework
investigation
orb.
check. It's a DC 15.
I'll throw a guidance.
This
on,
isn't something he's
Thor.
currently doing. This is
Okay.
he's
This is,
asking like
Roger,
a post,
Roger. Got
like
it.
when I
Yeah.
was in there.
Historic.
Yeah,
Wow.
Ooh.
Okay.
it's a 14, which is not
This-
bad. I will say, Thule, that you spotted runes, but you didn't study them.
Okay. All right.
So there was something to look at the door. You just didn't have the full time to like actually study them with everything going on. You weren't paying that much attention to what the runes might be. You do know that like on an immediate glance, you didn't know what they were.
Okay. I'd
Okay,
like to
so
mention to the rest of the party that as we are breaking for whatever action that we're trying to do quickly, I do recall some ruins back at that closed door. I think would deserve a second look. I'd like to head that way, but I'm waiting for everyone else to decide what we're doing before I start moving my token about.
So I would like to recommend that either Moonfire or Rook begin reading the tablet as they are heading back towards the altar. I know that those two can both read Netherese.
Okay. Vax had the tablet, right?
Yeah, Vax has the tablet.
Okay.
Yes.
Rook will hurry over to Vax, and he'll call out to Moonfire and say, Moonfire, Lady Moonfire, here's the tablet. Let's see if we can figure out how to get this door open. Quickly.
Vax will give him the tablet and walk away insane, draconic. Now that goblin's your problem.
Now, can
The
we have
goblin-
Merrick speak with the goblin?
The goblin continues to follow
He
Vax
speaks-
around.
Oh shit.
Boss, where you going? Moonfire will take the tablet, though, and she puts it into her bag, and she says, I'm not exactly sure how we get out of here, but we should figure something out.
Read the
Yes,
tablet, ma'am.
That's
The
very helpful.
tablet-
Thank you.
The tablet is not part of... it's part of the obelisk. That's why we came.
Have you
Yes.
tried putting it back?
I can study it. I just don't think it will get us out of here.
Right, but I mean, like, if we put it back, is that gonna? All right. Anyway, y'all do you.
No, not
trying to
anyway.
recreate
I
the
agree
error,
with
I
you,
get it.
Fool. Lady, we need you to read the tablet as you are approaching the altar. We want to test some things before we all die.
Right. She'll start to read the tablet. I'll roll an Arcana check for her. Hey, 20.
Nice.
Funny.
Damn.
So as she's bringing it back, she's reading through it. The room's still filling with blood at this point, like up to her ankles, heading up towards your knees. And she places it down. It is the missing part that I was looking for, but again, it's not going to get us out of here. Not without the obelisk.
Rook uses telepathy to communicate back to the rest of the group that the tablet and the altar is not the solution for getting the doors open.
And
We have to come up with something else.
Should we do something with this heart?
Hold on. There was more.
yeah, and does anybody here have... Actually, let me see. I'll just take a look. Don't worry about it. I'll take
Breathing
a look in
and
the
blood.
background.
No.
'Cause I know some of you do. Don't worry about me. You guys can talk.
Rook will go over there with Moonfire really quickly, but then he's like, okay, let's head back. So,
All right.
We'll start
So,
to head back across.
And also
with
when
Moonfire.
she puts it down, it doesn't stop the situation. The door doesn't
It just
open.
yeah.
okay.
Roger.
Thule wants to. I'm over by the door. I want to try and look around again to see if I can remember where those runes were, and if I can get a better understanding of what they might, where they were, and if that might be a way out.
Rook will go over there and
Have a
help
boost
assist
not
Thule.
prepared, okay. Does anybody have detect magic that has it prepared?
Doesn't Taurus have it?
I thought one of you did. I know.
As I don't have it prepared.
No, as a ritual. Yeah, both of you has it as a
Yeah.
ritual. Okay, so you could, but you don't really have time for that.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay.
Yeah, so Thule, you bring Rook over towards, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask each of you what you're doing, because you only have a few moments. So Thule, you and Rook head towards the door. There are arcane runes, and there's one or another roll you could roll on this, and Thule, you can actively roll it again, since before was just a recall. This would be actually part of the event. You're welcome to roll either an investigation or an arcana on these runes up by the door. And you can see that they're inscribed, like, in the door itself.
So they're
Both of us are, or just hit Thule?
would they be carved in stone where I'd get that extra +4 on my investigation check, or that extra D4 on my investigation?
You would.
Okay. I'll do investigation. That's it. +2.
Actually,
Let me just type this.
Thule, what is that
Yeah.
feature? Because you would have had it on the first one. Stone cunning.
Goodness,
That's history.
it's no.
It's called being a dwarf.
Here it is. Warder's intuition.
That's it.
You
yeah.
can roll
get
a d4 and add it to an ability check, so you can use that on this.
Well, yeah, for investigation or thieves' tools.
Yeah.
So, all right. So that 20 +2.
Well, either way, that's going to break the DC of the original, right?
No, this I didn't realize what he was saying. It's not what he initially said, but it is. You can
Okay.
add it to an ability check, so he can add it to this.
Oh, that's lousy.
A
Can I
16 and Rook.
re-roll that?
No, 16's
wow.
good, and Rook, you can roll either
Okay.
or. Arcana
Arcana or
17, investigation 15.
So, Nick, while they're doing that, I would like to talk to the goblin, see if he knows anything about
Yeah,
the
I'm
situation
gonna
we're in.
jump to each of you. I just want to get Rook's roll as well.
Okay.
Good to go.
Can I'm gonna do investigation since you said that's 15.
Or Arcana
And can I-
17. Either or.
Am I gonna get different information from either of those, or the same thing?
You would get different information from Arcana, but either one would work to some degree. It's your call.
All right, I'm gonna try Arcana, and I'm gonna cast Guidance on myself. So that's a D4, and I want to add Flash of Genius on top of that. So that's gonna be Arcana, and then how do I type that in there? Or do I just want me to roll, add a D4, and then add the Arcana +4? Does that
If you
work?
do, what I did was, if you do, just roll a d20 and then do +4 or plus whatever your Arcana modifier is, and then +1d4, and then roll it, and it just rolls it all
Yeah,
together.
that's perfectly fine, but let me, why don't you have the Flash of Genius anymore? Why is that always...
It's not. It wasn't on my sheet to begin with.
Yeah, I thought we added it.
It didn't work.
Here it is, right here. Flash of Genius, import. There it is.
How do I unhighlight a dice in the bottom bar there?
So Flash of Genius is something you can only use 4 times a day, so we do need to keep track
Yep.
of when you use it.
Yeah.
I'm sure
I've
you
used
still have
it
one, but
twice.
just so you have
Yeah.
that and you can mark it off. I added it to your sheet.
Okay.
But yeah, you can do that.
A D20
D20,
plus,
a D4 from the guidance.
and then just add +4 on top of that.
Does it give you specifically your int mod? So yeah, +4. You got a nat 20 though. And
stuff.
should be a +7. It was a +7 to my Arcana.
Yeah, you got a nat 20. Not a
Yeah.
problem at all. A nat 20 is more than going to succeed, and I'm going to give you some info on that. You do also have a +7 from your skill.
Arcana, yeah.
And a +4
it's like
from
a
your
30
Flash of
something.
Genius.
So it's like 30
It's a
something.
31.
Water
It's,
first.
Yeah,
it's a lot,
31.
Yes.
Don't drink water first.
Well, and the nat 20 is I don't know if that is it the same thing for nat 20s and skill checks too?
Yeah. Yeah. No,
It'd
it's
be-
not. It's not a guaranteed success. No.
Gotcha.
But a 31.
32.
Yeah, it's 32.
Yeah, it's 32.
Is a silly high
Yeah.
number, so don't worry about it. So I'll come back to both of you in just a second. I want to just ask what the rest of you are doing. Otilg, you were about to tell me something, so let's start with you.
I was speaking with the goblin to see if he knew anything about the situation, how to get out of the situation we are in.
Yeah, he looks to you and he just says, you guys summoned me here. Where are we?
Never mind.
In the kill house.
But I'll go one by one for each of you. What are you doing? And let's start with the list on the left. Bradley, what would you be doing while Rook and Thule investigate?
So Bradley sees those two investigating the tablet and then went and put the tablet back with Moonfire. Now they're looking at ruins. Bradley doesn't know anything about ruins. During the battle, he had managed to try to investigate the heart and got a little info about the heart. Is there any investigation that I can do in regards to the nature of, like, the blood flowing from the heart?
Sure,
Like,
you
if
want
it
to
has,
investigate the heart itself?
The heart and the blood, because, like, if it's because the information that was given about it when I investigated was that the Fey creatures are eating it to keep it bleeding. So, like, do we know if there's a limit that have to be, like, is there a limit that could be reached that then they would stop bleeding? Like, do all of them have to die, or does the blood have properties in it? Like, if I could investigate something around that.
Sure. Give me either investigation or arcana. And same thing.
All right, 3. No, they're both 3. Great. Try that. That's blood.
3 for 3. It's a 6. Okay.
That's blood.
How about you, Thule? And we'll come back. Thule's all set, and Rook's all set. Sir Taurus, how about you, Sir Taurus? We'll come back to you, Bradley, with an answer in a moment. What would you be doing immediately in this moment? People still badly wounded, everybody kind of panicking as the room fills with blood, only moments to really do something.
Badly wounded.
Thule, he's near death, but he ran to the door.
Alrighty.
Lyrie's injured, Otilg's injured, you're barely injured.
Yep.
Near death is below 1 HP. Thule's just fine.
Yep.
I'm a
All right.
dwarf.
He's alive.
What are the Faerun doing?
They are
doing
eating
anything?
the heart, and they are
They're
causing
just still chewing away at it.
a lot of blood to fill up in the room.
Okay.
And Bradley, I'll say you move up to about here, and one thing you immediately discover, Bradley, there's an arcane barrier. You can't get up on that pedestal itself.
Okay, I was able to that's my mage hand still floating there, so magic was able to pass through the barrier? But
Yeah, you
not
see the mage hand floating
physical?
there.
Okay, so magic can get through, but physical a person could not.
You bump into a wall that
Okay,
seems to be
alright.
there.
Oh, shit, what the fuck?
So can we attack the Faerun?
Again, Bradley
Not
bumped into a
physically.
wall.
Yeah, not physically, but the mage hand's in there.
Wait, so the Faerun are inside of a wall.
Eating a
A
heart.
magical barrier.
A magical barrier.
Protecting them against physical, like, I can't get in.
How's
This is
the
as far
blood
as
getting out then?
Well, the blood's
Blood-
You
draining
can't
out.
physically get in it, but can you shoot through it?
I mean,
Can
the
you-
hand's in there, so I know magic can go through it.
Yeah, so magic some of those things. I don't know, throw a
Um,
fireball at them.
Can I take a step back and I guess throw Eldritch Blast on the juvenile one right in front of me?
Sure. You're going to start to cast spells at it. Let me just jump to everybody else and see what they're doing first then. Sir Taurus, so you just want to stay back and watch then? Are you helping at all? As Bradley will start to try to attack.
I'm gonna go stand with him, I
I'm gonna
guess.
go back him up. How about you, Merrick? What would you be doing
back
immediately?
them up. I'm gonna ready an arrow
Okay.
and just take their lead. So
Nufar will
once
bring
they
the
pounce, I'll
tablet back
pounce.
over to all of you. I think Lyrie would probably head to the door as well, trying to get out. Alright then, you're gonna back them up. And Otilg, what would you be doing? The goblin will follow.
Well, I was speaking with the goblin, but
Yeah, he offered no real
has-
help.
it's been seconds at this point.
Only a few seconds. In moments or minutes, you will be drowning in blood.
Right. We should. I mean, based off of our battle, we should have like a little over a minute and a half. I think.
Yeah, you guys have
I'm just
like 2
trying to keep
minutes,
track of all that.
essentially. Yeah, the
Okay.
battle was pretty quick. You guys have like 2 minutes.
Shit. I'm gonna head toward the door with Rook and Thule.
Okay, so you'll go that way. Perfect. Are you actually investigating, or do you just stay back and watch?
It seems like Thule clearly knows what he's doing, and it seems like Rook knows what's going on. So I'm just gonna be here for moral support. And
Do I need to roll a deception check on that? Clearly knows what I'm doing.
Maybe King Altil can look and see how tough the door looks. Maybe it's something we could break if it came down to that. Brute force.
yeah, I mean, would that be an investigation?
Very nice.
I mean, Otilg, you look at the door itself. It's made of a stone marble. You don't think that you have like a battering ram to break it down or anything. It would blunt your sword. It's a stone wall.
Right. Okay.
So let's go then. What happens here in just this first moment? We'll start with how the rolls were. Thule, you go up to the doorway. You start to investigate these runes. The first thing that you notice on the successful check, it's puzzle pieces. They move left
Oh
and right.
joy!
In fact, there's one missing, and you can move them about. Rook, on that successful roll, you notice a few things about these runes that he's moving on the door. They're each different schools of magic, but there's 12 of them. You don't recognize a couple, but
I'm
you
at
think that might
32.
be,
I don't recognize them.
but you think that might be part of the puzzle. As there's not 12 schools of magic.
Well, there's 12 schools of magic if you're Kars's.
Well,
Wait,
he could
are there-
cast
so
12th
there are
level
11
spells.
There are 11 pieces that are somehow connected to schools of magic, and there's one missing, and so I can move it around in that space. Or are there 12? I mean, like I'm trying to.
No, exactly that. There's
are we
an
looking-
extra
is it-
slot, and there's 12 squares, and each of them have a rune that represents, and you know of 8 schools of magic. But
Gotcha.
there seems
I
to
don't.
be 12 and an empty square, and you can move them all about. So we'll come back to
And
that in a...
these are on the floor.
No, these
or
are on
on
the
the door?
door. On the door. Yeah. The door itself. But we'll come back to that in just a moment. What I want to jump to is what will immediately happen as the attack happens. Bradley, you shoot a magical spell. What was it? A fireball? An Eldritch Blast? What did you want to do?
Eldritch Blast.
An
At
Eldritch
this,
Blast.
Yep.
Go ahead and roll the cast.
All right.
A 15. The beam shoots out towards it, and what you see is, as it shatters out towards this Faerun, it turns and it absorbs the magic into its body. Almost like it devoured it. And it looks at you and tilts its head. And it bumps up against the magical barrier. And then sees that it can't get towards you and just turns around.
So they
the
can't
spell went
escape
through,
either.
and it hit him, but he just
Right.
ate it. He just ate the spell.
Alright, so I look at Taurus and I'm like, okay, well, that was my most basic ability, and it just swallowed it, but it went through. It can't get out, we can't get in, only magic can get in. Do you have any stronger magic?
Do I look like I have stronger magic?
I don't know, that's what I'm
No.
asking. Hmm.
Okay.
At this point,
Anyone, I'm gonna call, can I call out? Does anyone have any strong magic left?
indeed, Moonfire will step up and say, well, seeing that the Guardians were rather resistant to everything I had, I still have one casting. There's a chance they might resist, but it could slow the pace if I stun some of them.
We
And
just want to disable them, stun them. If we, I mean, obviously nothing physical. They can't get to us, we can't get to them. But if you can disable them long enough for the heart to heal,
that is my hope. And she begins to wave her hands in the air and chant, and she will cast a hypnotic pattern over them. So each of them will have to roll to see if they get stunned. And now this will buy you a little bit of extra time, as it will stun them for 1 minute if she succeeds. So if it slows, half of them, it'll at least build you a little extra time. But I'm going to roll for each of these guys here. I'm going to move the hand out of the way. And we'll just see if whether or not we can stop them. Let me just double check really quick.
Yeah.
What is this roll? This is it's a charm effect, wisdom save. Her DC is 16. 16 wisdom saving throw. Okay, we only have 1, 2, 3 successes on all of that, which means that I will give you an extra minute as she stuns the group of Faerun for a moment and the bleeding stops. And she says, this won't last long, but I've slowed them down. And now meta-wise, what this means is we're in a skill challenge, and you have a total of 3 minutes. But with the crit success on the door, Rook, that's 2 successes we'll start with out of 10. That's for the door puzzle. There's 2 different puzzles you guys can work on. You can work on the barrier, or you can work on the door. And we'll go, basically...
which one's the easier one?
Which one is the easier one? It's a good question, I guess. It really depends on what you're trying to do.
Well, I'm trying not to die.
Sure. We're going to go in initiative order, though. So let's just grab each of your tokens here, and I'll throw you guys. And Moonfire's concentrating for a minute. She's pretty much out of spells, so we'll just leave her off of this. Just you guys. Roll initiative for me.
I'm so glad I got away.
This is, instead of being what you would say a round is 6 seconds, each round will be a minute, and you have 3 rounds. With the successful stun, it'll be a total of 3 rounds. So, Otilg, the door is already at 2 out of 10. The puzzle is at 0 out of 10. What would you like to put your effort in, or what do you do at this moment? You don't think you can break out. The door itself requires a successful Arcana 17 or Investigation 15 to get the squares in the right places.
You said the puzzle's at 0. Did you mean the barrier puzzle?
Yeah,
The door is
barrier.
at 2 out of 10. The barrier is
Door
at 0
puzzle.
out of 10.
All right. Well, I have my Arcana's fairly higher than my investigation, so I would rather roll Arcana.
Rook will cast guidance. Can I do that?
Yeah,
you
I've
can
got
do
guidance
it.
as a cantrip as well. So, is there?
You can do it
how
only
does-
once though, Rook. So you won't be able to guidance yourself if you're guidancing Otilg.
Okay. All
You
right.
can't just guidance
Bradley,
everyone.
step over
You
It's
to
up
the
can
door
guidance one person.
to offer bardic inspiration.
Or are we doing this in order, like a combat, or?
You can throw your buffs at people. Like I said, it's a 1-minute situation. So Bradley,
I
if
mean,
you,
I have to get
if you have
closer.
a
It's
bardic
60
left, you
foot
can
range.
throw it to Otilg. Sure.
Yeah, I've got one left, but I need to get closer. That's why I asked if I'm allowed to move.
Yeah, I'm not
closer
super
during
worried
this
about the
round.
actual range and stuff. This is more theater of the mind.
Okay. Then, yeah, I'll cast my last bardic inspiration to King Otilg to crack open this door.
What
That's
about
D4.
No, that's a D8 right now. D8.
what's your modifier in your Arcana? Do you need another +4 from autism, or
I have
you
a
do
I have a
okay?
+5.
I'll give you the D8
proficient.
bardic inspiration. And are you guidancing?
It depends on if he wants it or not. I've got it, but you said I can only do it once per round, right?
So my recommendation
I've
is
got-
to save it for yourself.
Rook,
Okay.
I've got
What a-
a guidance as well. So,
Okay.
I mean, I could.
Yeah, you guys. So Bradley's over here helping me with a D8.
right.
Yeah.
I think you guys
Go
should save
for it,
your own
Otilg.
guidance.
It's
for
your
yourselves.
turn.
Okay,
You
alright,
get
roll
the
it.
bardic
Do it.
inspiration. Go for it. Arcana, if that's what you want to roll. You are proficient with a +5.
What you said?
so-
Arcana was 17.
Yeah, you have a better chance at that by a +1. And you have all this on here. Oh, I don't know why it showed 3
I
dice.
don't know what
but
the heck all that was, but
Don't worry about it. It was proper. It just showed the dice 3 times because it shows the bardic inspiration being added. But it's an 11. Plus the 7 on the bardic, plus your modifier for a 23. The door is at 3 out of 10. You start to move the puzzle about, and you know the pattern that it goes in. We'll move to Rook. Rook, what do you want to do on this first minute as the room fills with blood? And at the end of the minute, it'll be about waist high.
Okay. Rook is gonna help with the puzzle on the door, and investigation will also work with trying to solve this puzzle. Correct? I don't have to do Arcana.
It's Arcana or Investigation.
So I can roll either. So the 15, I've got a +7 on either.
Yes.
So I should just roll for the 15. Okay.
15
Hell yeah,
Investigation,
wise.
17 Arcana.
Thug life.
It's 15. Okay. I'm gonna roll for the investigation, so it'll be +7, and I'm gonna guidance myself, and I'm gonna add my second flash of genius here.
so just I want you to be careful because it sounds like we're only getting one per.
So I should save it?
Unless you hit 30s again.
I could save it. I could just do a guidance this round if you want. Let's just do that. We'll save the We'll save the autism.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna roll D20 plus D1D4, and then we'll just add 7 to whatever this is.
Oh, it was almost another nat 20.
Can I inspiration that one?
Sure.
All right, let's do that again.
There is, if you look at the bottom, if you're doing that dice trait, there is a little plus
Yeah.
minus, and you can do the 7 there.
Okay, let's do that. Okay, I see it. All right, I got it.
Oh, it was almost a
go.
nat 20 again. It rolled off of it. But a 24 is a success. 4 out of 10 on the door. You start to move the panels about, and what you start to see is that the proper way to do it, it seems, Rook, is that and you're kind of guiding people along this, is that the runes that seem to be incorrect go in the middle, and all of the outer runes kind of make a large square.
Okay. And are we still missing one piece?
Well, that's
To
how
this?
the puzzle shifts around.
Right, I got you.
It's a slot
Yep.
puzzle.
Yeah, it's like a video game. Yeah, okay, I
Okay.
got you. Yep.
We're not missing one. Got it.
We're not missing one. Okay. All right.
The door itself is missing a panel. that allows you to move these around.
To move it around, right?
Gotcha.
Correct.
Gotcha.
All right.
Bradley.
After hearing Rook explain the way that the puzzle works with the duds going in the middle and the correct ones on the outside, Bradley will use investigation and try to use that
So you
hint
go for the
that,
door too, then you leave the
yeah,
center
I'm
thing
going
alone.
for
Okay.
I'm going for the door since we're working on the
Moonfire
door
will
over
run
here.
up here too, then everybody kind of abandoning that side.
So yeah, I'm gonna use that hint that he gave me and try to move the correct ones around.
Very nice.
Nice.
19.
Awesome.
Success. We're at 5 out of 10. We haven't had a single failure. We'll move to Merrick. Merrick, as everybody runs away from the central barrier and they head to the door, you can see the party working together trying to figure out this strange magical rune puzzle that's built into this door that just formed up and blocked the way. What would you
Well,
do?
I'm hearing him. I can hear him talking about it, and I think I can assist. So I'm going to go over here and do an Arcana check.
Now, you do have the option of giving somebody advantage on your turn if that's what you want to do instead, but you're welcome to roll Arcana or Investigation.
Well, my Arcana is +3. My investigation is 0. So
All right.
who's after me? Taurus?
No. No, I mean don't give it to me.
His int
Okay.
is terrible.
I just mean it's a help action. I'm just reminding you guys that is also an option. Not that you have to.
I'm just going to roll it.
Go for
Do
it.
we want to give? Wait, do we want to give
I'm
him
not,
a guidance or a flash of
I don't
genius?
think, do we have any left?
I've got some. Yeah.
Okay.
Rook will see that Merrick is looking at this puzzle, and he's gonna throw him a couple of pointers as they're working on it. So I'll give him one of my flash of geniuses.
Very cool.
So
So
you'll
that
add
adds
four,
+4.
4 to whatever, and all right.
D20 +8.
Well, you have a +3, so that'd be a +7.
So those 7. Yep.
But go for
My
it.
bad. My bad.
You're
My
good.
bad. Son of a-
No inspiration.
Yep.
Would you
Yeah,
like
we're
to
gonna do
use your
that again.
inspiration, Merrick?
Yeah. Yes.
Go
yes.
for it.
So close.
15.
Unfortunately, it's a 17 Arcana.
Yeah, I was right next.
As we have the first backlash.
Wait, but that's oh that
He
that
did
plus 7
Arcana,
includes
not
the,
it.
+7 was. I did Arcana.
that includes the flash of autism.
It includes the flash of autism, as everybody working on the door at the moment gets a backlash. A pulse of energy shoots out as you put the puzzle piece in the wrong slot. Everybody that is within the door's range, which I will say is just the people that have actually taken a turn at it. So let's move people back that haven't, which would be, well, Thule and Rook were already here. I'm going to say Lyrie and Moonfire are just staying back because they're not assisting in this. Merrick, Taurus has not gone yet. So Taurus, you're good. Everybody else but Taurus, roll me a con save, please. All right, not too bad. 20 from Rook is a success. 17 Merrick is a success. Thule 20 success. Only Bradley failed. Everybody
Can I stand
else.
next to Bradley?
Can you stand
I don't know
next
if you
to
got
Bradley?
my. Yeah, I know.
I'm okay. I'll be okay.
Does it buff
Okay,
his saving
whatever.
throws? What's the range?
It does. It's his. What would that
You
do?
could, but that would put you in it as well. So your call.
It is aura of a protection. So yeah, I'll stand it too.
All right,
It's
then also
within
roll
10
me.
feet.
Also roll me a con save, and you'll buff him to give him a success. Gives him +2.
It's like charisma modifier and
+3. Very cool.
Let me look.
Yep.
Let me look at it again. Okay. And where's my save? Con save. You said con save?
Con saving throw.
Is all right. So this is
Nice.
Kind
Oof.
of cheap question here, but my fighting style interception. I mean, Bradley's within 5 feet of me, and I can see the door.
Oh, he succeeded. He's going to take half. All of you take
Okay.
half. Sir Taurus takes the full amount. And you all take a bit of force damage as it blasts back with an arcane pulse.
Can I still shield him from some of that damage?
It's a fighting
I'm
style.
okay.
I don't think
Okay.
so.
It's not that much.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's an AoE.
Let's just keep working.
Yeah,
let's
it's
keep
an,
working.
it's an
Alright,
AoE, so I'm not sure. If it just says with an attack. Yeah, it says with an attack, so no. Merrick, that is your action. Unfortunately, we'll move on to Taurus.
Advantage to Thule.
Advantage to Thule. All right, you move over and just start to assist him. You lift the dwarf up so he can reach the tall runes. Thule,
Yeah.
Thank you.
Damn.
Thule, you're up.
Here, brother,
All right.
stand on my back.
We're definitely doing the investigation.
Alright.
Yeah, which gets the
Do you want a guidance or?
I've got. How do I? So if I'm punching it in, how do I do for advantage?
You can hold Alt, or if you just hit at the bottom dice tray, there's an advantage disadvantage button.
I see it. Yeah.
Oh,
It's
got
tiny.
it.
It's tiny.
All right, bingo. All right. No, I've got the advantage. Well, I mean, I've got a guidance that.
It's the end of the round. You might as well use it.
Yeah. All right. I'll use guidance as well.
Yep.
So.
Give yourself a D4
All right, hold on.
on there.
Bloop. Well, I get a D4 from the blah blah anyway.
From the feature. Yep. I forget
Warder,
what it's
yeah.
called now. Stone Warden, whatever.
Warder
Warden's Intuition.
There we go. Wow. Thank goodness for all that because
Oh, it did not enter that right, though. I think it said keep the higher, and it's not supposed to be that. So it's... yeah, because
for
it
the
did advantage to the D4s as well. So it's a +3.
Wait a minute. So it rolled. Oh, it rolled 2d4. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so
Never-
15,
could be
16,
higher,
17, that'd be
but-
18.
Yeah.
That's a success.
Okay.
6 out of 10 on the door, with only one failure so far. Otilg.
Can we? I know you said Lyrie and Moonfire aren't participating in the puzzle, but can they lend
You've got
advantage?
this. We've got this.
No,
Can
it's
they
just the
lend
6 of you
advantage?
for this one.
Okay.
Don't get greedy.
They're doing things. They're helping, but yeah.
He's
I'm trying
concentrating
to
on
live.
slowing the blood down with the hypnotic pattern, and Lyrie's trying to not drown.
Healing people, panicking, assisting when she
Yeah.
can.
All right. So I will roll another Arcana then.
Do you need any buffs or? Oh. Can I?
I will go.
Inspire.
What? Yeah, I will be inspiring.
Okay.
You
Do you
have a
wanna-
buff to give?
I've
it's
got
a-
two.
It's a new round, so guidances are back up. Bardic, if you have, I think we're out of Bardic.
I've
No,
got
no Bardic.
I've got a guidance I can give you, and I've got 2 flash of autism left.
I think you only have 1 flash left, because you had 2. We just didn't track them right? Because we started
Okay.
off with 4, but you said you only had 2. I think you only have 1 left,
Okay, I've got 1 left, and I've got a guidance.
because you used them in the previous session, too.
Yes.
All right. I'll take a guidance, I guess.
All right. Rook will give you a D4.
All right, so
Let me set
Otilg,
up that roll.
He'll help you as you're everyone's trying to scrambling to get this door open. Rook will
inspiration, you can
say-
give me a new roll and a D4. And go ahead, Rook.
That'd be so. My proficiency is +5, +4. Oh wait, no, it's not a D4. I have to roll the D4 separate, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, just roll a 1d4. Add it to it. Plus the 5. Yes.
Hey, that's a good roll. You don't even need it. On a 19 on the dice, it's plenty. 7 out of 10. The door is almost open. You see each of the runes kind of light up and glow as they're placed into the right slot. Rook?
Alright. Rook is gonna... I've already used my guidance. I got one flash of genius left. I'm gonna hold on to it. And I'm just gonna do a regular straight roll for investigation.
Alright.
I'm gonna save it for somebody else. I mean, unless you guys want me to do it give it to me to try to get a guaranteed one, because I'll be plus 11 on intelligence if I give it to myself.
I mean, I've got a guidance that I can give.
I don't need it. I mean, it's up to y'all. I mean, I've got plus 7.
Never mind. Got it.
Who has an advantage to give right now?
Anybody who
All right.
hasn't gone could use their turn for advantage.
All right, I'm just gonna roll it then.
So, okay.
So
Damn it.
13. Unfortunately, we have another backlash. Unless you want to re-roll it.
I don't have an inspiration.
And there's no other buff to add.
Well, I could add the flash of genius to it.
Could I give him my inspiration for my turn, or do I have to wait till my
Give
turn?
him
No,
your
that's for your own D20s,
Or,
unfortunately.
I mean, can
if
I
he's
give
already
him?
used
Can
it,
I
he's
give him
used
my
it.
advantage inspiration?
He did call and ask for it, and nobody said, so I'm gonna say no. But in the future rolls, you can. You can give up your roll. For
I
later.
just add my flash of genius
We
to
did
it.
have a pause there, waiting and asking. Can you add your flash of genius to it? Well, let me read it. You can use a reaction to add a modifier to it. It's even a reaction. I'm gonna say yeah, for sure.
Okay. All right. Rook will see that he's starting to fumble with this piece, and it's not going where he wants, and it kind of clicks for him as a second as he's scrambling with it, and he gets the puzzle piece in. So with the +4, it'll be a 17.
You're like about to lower it in the wrong place, and you're like, wait, no, that's not right. And you move it about. And yeah, use up that final flash of genius, and that will be a success. We are at 8 out of 10. As you can see, most of the puzzle pieces lit up on the door, Bradley. Just a few more patterns to move about.
Can I give Bradley mine?
You
Thing
can.
for advantage.
Hold on. I was gonna. Is this an action to work the puzzle, or can I heal somebody?
It's a
we're
whole,
just
it's a whole
the
minute
puzzle.
of
Get out.
time passing.
Puzzle.
And
All right.
so
Okay.
if you
I'm
want to
just
let go
Thul's
of a
looking-
heal or something, you guys can also do that very quickly.
Because Thul's looking rough. I don't know if
We're going to die
Backlash.
anyway if we don't get the door
You
open.
could-
Yeah,
Yeah,
it'll be
get the
fine.
door
Do the puzzle.
It's
All
all right,
right.
guys. Let Bradley ask, and I'll give him an answer. Bradley, you can, if you would like to, throw a quick heal out. But yeah, I mean, it's happening, like I said, in a minute. So technically, you have quite a few rounds. If you want to just throw
does
a
that
heal
eat
out.
up? I was gonna say, that just eats up the action though, and someone else can.
It won't eat up your
go
turn.
out.
No, it won't eat up
Oh,
your
it won't
turn.
eat up my
If you
turn?
have a heal that you want to pump into him really quick, go for it. Just get that out of the
Yeah,
way.
let me go ahead and give him because I've only got like these left. These are all I have. So go ahead.
I
and
could
just
even,
give
if
him
you
that.
want, I could even have Lyrie throw out an AoE heal too.
So there we
see
go.
what's left on
Give-
the
Oh,
staff.
that would be enjoyable.
There you
Let me
go.
see
Gave
what's
him
left on the
11.
staff here.
Max healing word.
She can do. Here, can she do that? Let's see. She's pretty much out of those. Actually, she's really low on spell slots. So she just has some first level cure wounds. I'm gonna drop some of those on people.
Same.
Because she'll just throw a couple cure wounds out as well during all of this. And I want to go ahead and get that healing out of the way. Because she will buff you guys up a bit.
So
Throw a
after
heal out.
applying after applying quick cure wounds to Thule, Bradley will investigate the puzzle again. Just sees it's really close, the sweat dripping off his brow. Try to go for it again. I'll use my inspiration.
You have advantage from Taurus.
Oh, fantastic. Well, never mind. Not gonna.
You did want to do
Run
that, right,
that.
Taurus? Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, shoot.
Fuck.
Well,
13, you're 2 below.
I'll use my inspiration die of the night and go for it again.
Okay.
No.
Oof.
All right. Sorry, guys. Puzzles are hard.
Unfortunately, You place one into the wrong spot. Another wave of backlash. Everybody working on the door, which at the moment is everyone. Roll a con save. DC 15. It's only 7 backlash damage.
Nice.
No, I
con.
should have been standing next to everybody.
I want my ricochet.
You're right up there with them,
roll.
Taurus. You'll give them their modifier. You'll give them
Yeah,
a
you
plus
got
why
two.
do you keep
Thule on
picking
your
up?
shoulders.
Yeah, you're right up there with them. You'll give them the +2. But I don't think
Yeah,
anybody
Thule on
needs
shoulders.
the +2. Merrick needs a lot more than that. Everybody succeeds except for Merrick,
Yep, figures.
taking
Yep.
half damage on this force damage as it blasts back for 3. Merrick, you take 7.
Ouch.
Not
Well, that
too
tickled.
bad. That's
All right,
Bradley's
well.
turn. Merrick will jump to you.
I'm gonna try to Arcana and open this thing.
Go for it. 17. A 15.
Nope.
We have another backlash.
Ah. Ugh.
It's all right. It's all right.
There's another wave of arcane energy scatters
There's
out.
another one, guys.
You guys can roll con saves for half. 15.
Oof, that wasn't a good con.
You do have a +3 from anybody's roll as a +3 from Taurus.
Oh, good. Well,
Oh,
there was a good
17.
con save.
Okay. I'm
So
out.
I think everybody except for Rook is good here. Which means 12 damage reduced to half, and Rook takes 12.
We're good.
Can I throw my barrier back up? I've still got some of those. My defensive field. I've got one of those left.
Yeah.
Okay,
Give
it's a
yourself
react.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, +7.
Give yourself that temp.
All right.
Oh, I think you deleted your token. Control Z.
Did I?
Yeah, hit Control
Control.
Z. There you go.
Okay, there we go.
That's undo.
Oh
Alright.
no, Rook, we love you.
Nope, gone.
All right,
I
Merrick.
just teleported out.
That's your turn. Let's go to Taurus. Used his to give you advantage. Thule.
I think I've still got a guidance I haven't used, although Duel might have one too.
I have guidance that I haven't used.
Well, you should be
Okay.
using those.
Yeah, so I'll do investigation with guidance.
Okay.
So blah blah blah. +2 +4. Backlash. No. Oh wow, that was lousy.
Damn.
Ugh.
There's a 42 on that dice.
I would like to use my inspiration
Okay.
on the D20.
Okay.
You can't double guidance. I don't think you can. It doesn't stack.
No,
No.
it
Right.
does not.
No.
Same,
alright.
same
But
spell.
how do I just roll the D20 part?
Just give me another roll. You're good to go.
With the
Wow.
Oh my god.
1.
Yeah. Yeah. So, well, that would be 1 plus the 4 that I had
It's
before.
doesn't
it's
matter.
still not going to hit
So,
the number,
yeah.
unfortunately.
Oh yeah. No.
And
we're-
yes,
we're out.
everybody can give me a con save as it backlashes.
All right.
Yeah, I'll have a +3 to this from your paladin.
I mean, the
Okay,
con
now I
save
want to roll
good.
that. Okay,
The
nice.
investigation couldn't be there either time, but thank
Con
goodness that
saves
con save
are
was fine.
looking good. Everybody takes half on this for just 4. You're all kind of like pushing forward and getting blasted back and pushing forward, working the puzzle again, getting blasted back. At the end of round 2, the blood is past your chest and it's starting to get towards your mouth, and half of the puzzle is difficult to even see. As Moonfire says, "I've lost concentration. We don't have much longer. Hurry." We're on the final round.
This is why the rolls have gotten bad, clearly.
The final round before this is all blood. Otilg.
Can Bradley give up his turn to give him advantage. on
Bradley
this.
gives you.
Aren't you one of the
advantage.
highest rollers on this stuff?
Yeah, don't you
No,
roll?
I just failed 3 in my last
Yeah,
round.
but what is your
What's your
proficiency,
stat?
man? It's not
What's your
about
modifier?
how often you fail.
Plus 3.
Yeah.
Bradley, why don't you give Bardic Inspiration instead?
I don't have
doesn't
any.
have
I don't have
any.
one.
You don't
Do
have
the
any?
advantage. Do the advantage.
All right,
He's only
yeah.
got a +3. Otilg has like what, a
Yeah,
+5?
that's fine. Yeah.
Plus
Bradley-
five.
Or would it be better? Should I throw my guidance on there as well?
Yeah, put it on him.
You can also
Right.
do that, but Bradley gives you advantage, Otilg.
I would like to.
Thule gives you guidance then. So you have advantage and you have a d4 added. If you want to just roll an advantage check and then add it, or whatever you want to do.
I did the advantage check. Why didn't that happen?
I don't know, just
That's
throw me
weird.
another d20.
It's a 15.
And to confirm,
anyway.
you're investigating, right? You're not doing Arcana. Yeah, you're fine. You succeed. We are at
Alright.
9 out of 10, right? Let me double check. I know I typed it in. Things have happened since. 7, 8. This would be 9 out of 10.
All right, Rook, this is your thing. You love puzzles.
You see just one final piece needs to be slotted in, Rook. But there's a few of these you're looking at, and this is it's the final one, but it's also the hardest one, because you're looking at these 4 pieces in the middle, and you have to figure out which of the right ones goes in. And
Does he have advantage? Can he have mine?
if you want to give him advantage, Sir Taurus.
Yep, give him mine.
And I also cast a quick spell on myself, and it's not going to eat up my puzzle turn.
Sure.
Okay. Rook would like to cast Air Bubble on himself so that he can duck under the blood and still breathe and work on the puzzle even if the level gets too high.
Wow.
Filled with fresh air that lasts until the spell ends, and it lasts for 24 hours. How big is the bubble? Just
Dude,
big
you
enough
could
for
probably
yourself?
save us.
It's just for
On
me.
a willing creature, yep.
I can't upcast it, otherwise I would.
So it
I don't
wraps
have level 3
a
spells.
bubble wraps around your head, Rook. Very cool. It's not even concentration. It just lasts all
At this point, Thule would like to look indignantly over at Rook.
Yeah.
Well,
Moonfire's like,
Rook is
that's
going
not fair.
to-
That's not fair.
Rook is going to his gadgetry comes to the rescue, and a little respirator comes out, and he does a little scuba diving here and gets down with Taurus's help and starts working on this last puzzle piece here. So hold Alt, and I want to put my guidance on me as well.
Sure, you have a d4 as well. You guidance, and go for it.
What is my help? Am I just holding you
I
underwater?
think you're just holding
Yes.
him under.
Yeah,
You're enjoying
so I
it.
don't float
He's
away,
asking for
right?
the flashlight. You're like, flashlight? Whatever.
You're
Flashlight.
doing a good job.
All right,
You've done
so
this before.
D20
You're not shining the light in the right
Plus-
spot.
Dad,
Hold the damn light.
1d4 plus 7, and I'm doing investigation.
Investigation.
And it just hit it. And that should be right.
Advantage d20.
Oh my
1
god.
and a 2 on the dice.
Jesus.
Now this is
Wow.
It did 2d4. Now the 2d4 was what? One of them is guidance. What's the other?
I just hit the.
Oh, I think it gave it advantage. Okay, that's fine. The 4 is the
Yeah.
first one. All right then. Just the 13. Unfortunately, we're gonna have a backlash. Another 3d6, and you guys can roll con saves.
Hey, at least my con saves are consistently high. Jesus.
Damn, a 1 and a 2 on
Dead.
the dice. That did not
That's a
like you
wild-
there.
Ooh.
Ah,
All right, so everybody except for, let's see here, Merrick and Bradley are going to take full damage. Everybody
Yep, give
else
it to
is
me.
taking half.
Oh, sorry, I forgot. That's my roller.
Which is 6 on half. Merrick and Bradley, you two take 12.
Love it.
just chipping away.
And Rook, that's your turn. Bradley, I think you gave someone advantage. Merrick,
Gave it up.
Merrick, you're up. 9 out of
Alright,
10.
so-
Puzzle's almost
That-
done. Room's
that
filling
20.
with blood.
Yeah.
At the end of this round, you will not have any air left in the room.
I believe.
All right, I'm gonna try to open it.
I believe.
I don't.
Son of a bitch.
No.
Merrick,
Fortunate.
do you have an inspiration on that?
No, everything's gone.
I
Everything's
think we've used them.
done. I
Ah,
haven't
this
rolled
is
above
cool.
10 for like 3 rounds.
No pressure, Thule.
what I mean. Like I've used my
Well,
inspiration already.
Another
so.
3d6, that's 9. You guys can roll con saves. If there's any
See?
healing left, you should throw it out. Lyrie says, we've used up the staff and all my spells.
I mean, I've got.
I have.
Well,
I
all
can
right, so
heal.
I'm
I'm sorry, I'm wrong.
Throw it out here.
She has 1 3rd-level spell left, so she can heal 1 more person. Who do you want it on?
Oh goodness! All right, I've
I'll
got
throw it on
3
Thule,
potions.
actually.
Give me a-
Cool.
Hold on. All right. Well, I mean, like I'm about to say, I've got 3 potions of healing,
Sure.
which will do 10 apiece, and then I've got.
Let me first
Spell
heal you with her
slots.
final heal, and then if you want to
Okay.
hand those out, you guys can choose to do so. She's going to give you
Yeah,
that final
Larry's
heal
not doing
first.
anything else, man. Let her heal.
Yep.
Can you
can,
heal? I don't think you
if
can
you
drink
wanna-
potions
So-
of drowning.
Now that puts you
Well,
guys all
alright,
at
so
about
I've got-
half or more. If you want to hand them out, you can choose to. And Thule, you have what?
I have 3 potions of healing. I mean, like if you give me the full amount, they're only 10 a pop because it's 2d4 plus 2.
Yep.
But I'd be willing to hand those out to anyone that needs it. I'm good.
Okay.
Does anyone else need one of those? Should I subtract or pass it off from my inventory?
Well, let me see on this final hit here. I haven't applied that damage yet anyway, so let's do that, and then you guys can tell me.
Okay.
So everybody succeeded except for Merrick.
Duh.
Duh. So that one was for 9. Half is 4. Merrick, you take 9. And
Ouch.
then, if you guys want to hand out potions before the round ends, you guys can choose to.
I can take my own next round. Thanks.
All right. Does anyone want any of these? I mean, I can pass them out
Bradley's
now. Or
looking the worst off. Then Otilg. All of you are kind of badly injured.
Do I?
It's your
Can I
call.
use lay on hands for anything,
You can
or
use
do
those
I have
points
to
up
wait
too.
for mine?
No, you can use those
Okay.
points
Lay
up
on
too.
hands on the puzzle.
No, idiot.
Maybe react to magic. I don't know.
Alright, now I'm not giving you any healing.
I've got potions of healing I can hand out if people need them.
yeah, I mean, like I'm confident that we're going to succeed or I'm going to die in the next turn. So I'm not worried about
Yeah.
chugging a potion right this.
Exactly.
Same.
Good plan.
Okay.
That's good plan.
Then let's go to Thule. As Taurus, you gave advantage, right?
I did.
Thule, final chance here. 9 out of 10 on the puzzle door.
Okay.
Last round before the blood has filled the room.
Guidance on yourself, definitely.
It looks like it's my turn, but didn't Taurus get a turn?
No.
He gave
He
advantage.
gave advantage.
You.
To you,
Okay.
you get advantage from Taurus.
Oh, I got advantage.
You have advantage.
Yes.
Oh. So the heat's all on me.
And
Got
you
it.
have
Yes,
guidance.
you have advantage and guidance.
Sorry.
Come on, man. Let's do this.
You have a plus
got it,
2
Thule.
investigation at advantage with guidance. You need a 15.
Funny, he can't even reach it.
Oh my goodness. No, I'm getting propped up right now.
That's
right,
I'll
That's
have
right.
you
Taurus,
know.
Taurus is still holding you up.
Up towards the ceiling and out of the blood. Do you think blood is too thick to swim in? I wonder.
Nah.
No, got it.
Yeah.
You got it.
A 17.
It's
As the final piece, you get like popped up into the air by Taurus to breathe, and then shoved back underwater long enough to start shuffling pieces around. You
Underblood.
you see Rook like
Underblood.
pushing a piece as it blasts him back, and Taurus moves you back up like right in time afterwards, and you slot a piece in. All of the 4 corners of the runes glow, and the door bursts open, and the blood
Thank God.
washes
we
all
get-
of you
okay,
out of the
fly
temple.
Out of the temple.
Hell yeah,
we
of course it does.
tidal wave.
Just like
Those-
a tidal wave of water. You guys scatter onto the edges at the side. In the final moments before the room is
Yeah.
fully filled with blood.
So I'd
Now, you
like
still
to,
would have had time
like-
to like hold your breath, but it would have been would have got
Been a
rough.
rough one.
I am
yeah.
never leaving the
God, no,
castle
but-
again.
Yeah,
we
we
don't
never
have
go.
to.
Nope.
I wonder if you're willing to part with this information or not. Would anyone have had a chance to look back at the Faerun to see if the blood was getting into that arcane barrier?
You just go back in and
It was. It gets in and out
Nice.
just
Okay.
fine, it looks like. And now that the
Okay.
door's been opened, we're going to kind of
didn't
come
drown
out of,
them.
we're out of combat turn. It is late at night, but I'm going to give you guys a moment to chat and decide what you might want to do here before we move away.
Hey,
Okay.
is
Does
there
anyone?
Rook is like disgusting, and he starts like flinging the blood off of himself.
Yeah.
Oh, I need a bath.
Yeah, this is gross.
so if the blood could go in and out, is the blood magical?
Do you cast
Or
detect
is it
magic?
Freaking
I-
heart is
no.
magic. So
Wait,
No,
have
I
we
don't-
have
I
we
don't-
all
Vax,
just
drink the
Some of
blood.
you have it as a
magic
ritual. It
blood?
takes 10 minutes.
Yeah, Rook will
Wait.
definitely scoop up some of
Did we
the
all just what?
yeah, I was gonna
blood
say.
blood in a container to study.
Do you have identify?
What?
Rook?
I do.
What was the
Taurus
Wait a
question?
has
minute,
detect
dude.
magic.
Really quick,
I
what was
have
the
detect
question,
magic.
Fool?
I have identify and detect magic.
I have dark vision. I have
Alright.
dark vision.
You guys
too.
can detect magic if
Is
you want to spend
is
10
anyone
minutes.
feeling odd having bathed in magical blood, or
I feel
Hmm.
gross.
I feel
I mean, I
disgusting.
feel gross too.
Yeah, no, none of you feel like anything changed as far as your body or anything, just kind
Did
of
it get in
feel
anyone's mouth?
you feel like you're covered in blood and you're exhausted and hurt from the fight. No
Hooray.
strange tingles or anything. Cool. Detect magic. We'll pass 10 minutes.
Yeah,
Everyone's
Sun
kind
gets
of.
darker.
wring the
Can we
blood out
do a
of our
short?
clothes.
Can we do a short rest?
Why don't we do a long rest? Why don't we go
Well,
to the druids and take a
Well,
break and
I was just
revisit
saying,
this in the
do a
morning?
short rest, right quick to catch our breath, and then we'll get a
Does
little bit
take
of
an
HP back.
hour to take a short rest. If you guys want to, you will be able to. However, we're pretty much done with today's events. Don't worry too much, Rick.
Okay.
As you
Alright.
look back
Okay.
into the temple, the detect
Did
magic
the door
glowing.
stay open?
The door stayed open. The detect
Alright.
magic glowing. You can see what looks like all of the blood and the walls glistening with arcane kind of an aura. All of it. The blood is
So
magical.
the blood is.
The temple is magical. The walls are magical.
Well, Rook will definitely get an empty bottle here. He'll dump out one of his potion bottles and scoop up some of the blood so he can take some back to his laboratory and study it, see what the hell's going on with it. What in the nine hells is going on here?
You will have a vial of blood. I'll add it to your inventory.
Let's
Carson.
just
Before we leave, question for the DM. I know, like 3 or 4 weeks ago, I put a shopping list in the shopping channel,
Mhm.
and I had some glass bottles purchased.
Yep.
But those aren't in my inventory. Can I also scoop up some of this magic blood that Rook investigated and said was magic?
I can also show you how to add things to your inventory, but absolutely.
That would be actually be great. So that way you don't have to do it for me.
I'll show you guys 2 ways to add items to your inventory here on the break in a moment. But absolutely,
Okay,
you can
thank
also
you.
fill up some vials with blood. I have no issue with that. Let me add this really quick to yours, and then we'll do a quick break after this, but I'll give you guys a moment to chat first before we go to that break. So anything else you want to talk about as Rook collects the blood, Bradley grabs it. You can see Moonfire examining the tablet and just looking back like, all in all, I would say it was a successful adventure.
No, we have some talking to do.
But we will certainly get to that. But anything you guys talk about or want to do before we move on?
From
sure.
the outside, I would like to see if we think the door would close again if we re-entered.
As far as you can tell, the runes are still glowing. The puzzle's in the right place. The door's open.
Okay.
All right, Thul's not a fan of swimming, drowning, or anything to do with large amounts of liquid, and he's just kind of sitting there, stunned and gasping.
Well, boys, I believe. Remember those cigars we got from the tower.
Are they soaked in blood?
No, they're protected.
They have
They
like
have-
They're
this
in-
nice
they're in a
tin
nice gold
case. Oh
case.
yeah, absolutely, yeah. Nice and solid.
I think this would probably be a great time to share those. Would
Agreed.
you all like one?
Yes. Merrick takes a cigar and Vax
I'm sorry,
lights it.
blood-soaked cigars are not my cup of tea.
They're not
No,
blood
they were in
soaked.
a fine case. Kept them safe. These are very expensive cigars. These are high quality, Nextland tobacco cigars.
Loot
These are
$2,600
these are
cigars.
expensive.
Jesus.
Yeah, damn.
Well,
Can I put
if
half
it-
of it out?
Holy
if
God.
it's something not blood-soaked, I will definitely partake. So
It was in a sealed case, my friend. It's
Let's just
dry,
smoke
I
it,
assure you.
guys. Let's just enjoy this.
5 of them. So what is that? Let me see here. 2,600 divided by 5. It's 520 gold a cigar. We'll say 500 gold a cigar, and then the case for the extra amount. 500 gold cigars. You guys partake in a quick smoke break after the fight, and we'll jump to the same here. We'll do a quick 10-minute break at most, and when we come back, we'll get started again, back on the Hex Travel map. But in that time, while stream gets to listen to music and a break screen, I will go over quickly just how to add items to your sheet and some other stuff you guys can do, which will only take a minute before we do the break. So let me set this break screen up. Stream will be right back, and everybody. unmute. All right, welcome back. Towards the end of the afternoon here, as the sky darkens, blood begins to flow normally again out of the temple. You guys all kind of gather, have a smoke break, and look in and see the magical
Normally.
glow. Moonfire says, well, I have what I need. I'm ready to return home. You
What?
see the other druids kind of converging in the area, off in the woodline, afraid to come near the temple. They're forbidden. Lyrie just says, I'm going to have to explain what happened to all of them.
Oh, yeah, we need to check and see if there's more demons out there.
Well, there's also like the thing in there. We can't just leave that in there.
Well, we need to tell the druids to secure the site, and we'll have to come back and deal with it.
Yeah. I mean, we could stay here tonight unless you guys need to go like somewhere.
I mean,
Wait, let's get away
we
from
can
here.
we can make camp in the grove. The druids, I'm
I
sure they'll
certainly-
host us.
Yeah.
I certainly want us to rest.
I agree.
Let's
Good
make
idea.
sure that there's no more demons hiding among them, and then
Right.
let's camp here for the night.
The
well,
party...
before we,
Yes. Go ahead.
if we want to inspect for demons, we probably definitely need a short rest first.
Nope. I can do that.
You can?
No, I don't think you understand what I'm saying.
So we're not all everyone's not fucked up. That's
We
the
need a
reason.
breather. We are battered.
Well,
Let's
I mean,
catch our breath.
they're probably gonna attack you anyways when you go to sleep or leave.
That's
Be
why I said
that
let's
as
That's
it
why we
may.
do a short. I used to against a short rest.
Are you
fuck's sake,
just
they
arguing
recharge
to
the next
argue?
All right, let's put that in there. What do you guys want to do here as we head towards the night? You guys set up camp here?
So I think we want to take a quick breather, a short rest, and then we want to inspect the rest of the druids to make sure there's no more demons remaining.
Do they have like a little town, or because it's not like we're just gonna like plop down right in front of the temple at Karsus, right?
Good question. They do. They do have a small town. Let me share that with you here.
They should be like inviting us in, and thanks for saving us, and here's some food and
Not
women.
if they're demons.
Well, then you don't even need to cast a spell if they're acting weird, do you?
Would you, did you?
So their circle is called the Druids of Tall Trees, and I'm going to share this in Discord with you guys. And they will invite you to their circle. I'll change the music to something less dramatic here too. But these are their houses, and they will bring you to some of them, so you guys don't have to make a camp.
Okay, cool.
Ah, cool.
That's cool.
Very
Because we're the
quaint.
Ewoks.
Mm.
We're the wee Ewoks.
Oh God,
Ewok
no.
village.
Indoor. Man, we just blew up the Death Star, guys. We're dancing over Darth Vader's body.
Or Lothlorien, the Lady of the Wood.
Yeah, you see
What
these
you guys talking about?
large
You guys sound insane.
clusters of houses along these trees, the tall trees, and they're supported by the main branches and rope bridges climbing all the way up. And yeah, you guys climb up to safety, and you can all take a long rest. The night will pass. You're in a safe, small little village here, and the area's cleared.
I like how you're reassuring us.
The remaining demons
I don't
attack us in
trust
our
this.
sleep.
No, nobody attacks you in your sleep. You guys, do you have, Taurus, do you have more of the eye thingy? Divine Sense?
I do. I have 4 per long rest.
Then do it before you go to bed. Taurus, you go through the remainder of the druids. They get everybody out. Lyrie, now in command, gets everybody out, and no, everybody else seems fine.
Okay.
All right then.
Lyrie just mentions one thing.
No,
That still leaves the missing golden dragon.
yeah.
What about a dragon?
We
Yeah, it
used
does,
to have a
doesn't it?
protector,
Mm-hmm.
and she's gone. I thought that she left on her own, but perhaps I was wrong if our leader was a demon.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure where she is. I don't know if there's anything all of you can do, but on behalf of our grove, if you can find out anything, let us know. And they'll give you some information on this dragon, and I'm also going to share their name. Let's see here. Go ahead. Got a question?
You sound like you're not going with us.
She looks back to all of the druids. Well, I can still travel with you from time to time, but I am going to have to help the druids here.
Well, can we have a loner druid? It's got to be somebody out there. So it's got to be somebody in this group that you need to get out and about, and, you know, spread their wings a little, get some experience.
I could send
An
you all some
intern, you
help,
could say.
but we're gonna definitely need to, at least for some time, I'm gonna have to try to get things in order here again.
Yeah, that's fine.
Your people need you. It's
Yeah,
understandable.
that's fine. Just give me a loner druid. Give us a loner druid.
She nods. She's like, I'll see if any of them want to adventure. We do from time to time anyway, so.
Right.
And
you know how battered we get. We need someone to take care of us.
You all know I'm not going to be able to say this name, but that is the name. Aros
Yeah, we get it, man. We got you.
German, got it.
What is that?
It's also known as Gildenfire, is what most people call them.
Like they said that, and then attacked Britain.
That's the golden dragon?
Yes.
Gildenfire?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, we get to go find a dragon. That'll be fun.
He's gonna have to go on the list because we gotta go talk to the other one first.
And I'm
we're
actually
gonna handle it right after this.
I've posted
out
the
the book and
wiki
write it
for the
down.
dragon in the page there, so you guys won't forget it. It's in general chat.
Larry, can you secure the temple until we get around to dealing with what's inside of it? And don't let anybody know what's in there. And yeah, we're gonna kind of keep that as a state secret for now.
Like grow some trees up in front of the entrance where the door is. You know, just conceal it as well as you can.
We ought to just cave the damn thing in.
A lot of the druids
we
here,
need to.
They know illusion magic. They'll do what they were doing before.
Well, we need to study. We need to study the Carstone and figure out if it can be potentially used against the cult.
They're gonna be after that thing so much.
All the more reason.
Well, why? What does it do?
Well, that's the question. I need to figure out what it does, so that
we need to research it.
Yeah,
probably
that
should
door
talk.
Has been open the whole time.
We should probably talk to Kurivar about it, and then nobody else. He is on the council, right? So let's talk to him. See what I mean. It's a dangerous treasure possibility to keep around.
It's the only source of complete magic in all the realm.
Yeah, which means nobody should have that much power. Cast it into the fire.
Well, if it helps us defeat the cult, then I'm for using it.
Well, what if the cult gets a hold of it?
Well, then we find a way to keep them from getting a hold of it. Probably by using it to keep them away from it.
Or destroying it.
Lyrie will bring you all to different rooms, and you all make sure you take a long rest on your sheet.
Okay.
That night,
it was a good sleep.
It wasn't a good sleep for one of you. Otil.
Oh, joy.
Otil, during the night, visions begin to stir. At first, you're in a tall forest, dark and gray. And then it slowly begins to kind of become clear that something's guiding you through the forest as you see a raven up ahead. Its eyes have kind of an ethereal light to them. It stops on a tree branch, hops twice, looks at you, caws, flies off in another direction. You begin to follow the direction. Eventually, in the distance, you start to see what looks like a shadowy figure, swirling in a mist. A silhouette veiled in darkness. But a familiar resonance echoes from it. It beckons you forward. Whispers begin to carry in the wind. As you get closer, visions begin to flash in your face, in your mind. And they kind of pause for a moment and you retake the situation, seeing the figure still far. You keep pushing closer. You see a spectral tree and runes carved into it. It pulsates with an energy. You hear a voice, and I need a perception check.
Is this a straight perception check, or can I use the crown?
There's no crown on your head.
Dreamland.
Oh shit, he's
I
getting
mean,
incepted.
I do sleep with the crown on. I'm just saying.
You do. But as you reach up, nothing is on your head. You look out. It's all darkness. You try to listen. Faintly, you can hear something, and you want to get closer. You want to hear it. Give me a con save as you push closer to the noise. A 20. You're still rolling a private, I'll reveal them.
Oops.
You're good.
Let me update that too.
You see, as you get closer, you can finally start to hear the faint voice in the distance. Echoes of someone screaming in pain. A plea for help. Bargron. His voice shaking. But it's still too far. The silhouetted figure, it grows ever closer. But it says nothing. You wake up in a cold sweat, hearing the echoes of your son's voice. The rest of you wake up just fine.
Yeah, great sleep.
Oh, fantastic sleep.
Oh,
That's
so
wonderful.
I
Who's got the
know.
coffee?
Rook took a bath. He felt fucking amazing after
Had
getting
some
all that
druids
blood off of
cleaning
him.
you, yeah.
Yeah.
Still have blood in places though, but you know, gross.
The armor kept a lot of it off.
That's not how armor works.
This
So
is how arcane armor works.
Oh my god.
Well, look at me, I'm Iron Man. I'm
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Wow, you have a high AC. Cool.
Yeah, right.
And I can breathe underwater, under blood.
Wear
Oh my god.
wear
Tilg.
plate, get bitches, yeah.
Did you have a question?
yeah, you said something there. I was wondering if Otel knew who Bargron was to him or not.
I thought you did. Do you not?
Can we go into private?
Sure.
Oh,
Go for it.
So Bargron, Otel lost Bargron when he was like 2 years old. He wouldn't recognize him as an adult.
You didn't see him, just the voice. You don't think you'd recognize it though?
No, I mean at two, I don't think I'd recognize him. Maybe I would recognize, I guess, like you said earlier, in the familiar presence.
A familiar presence, something calling out. But yeah, maybe you don't know what it is. Then I'll leave that up to you.
Yeah,
of how
I don't
much
know
like
him
you
yet
have a
because...
sense of it. But yeah, you felt that and you felt something there. That's all.
Okay, all right, yeah, because in Otel's family tradition, his firstborn son would be named Otel. So.
Of course. Yeah.
All right. Cool.
All right. Let's go back up.
Stupid dragon.
So the one
What's
thing
his
that we will
Oh.
change
Grimnosh.
is just the one.
Grimnosh.
Just the
So
one
we
word
need
that
to
was
we need to
added
get
there.
some appropriate tribute for Grimnosh, and then
He likes
Everybody-
riddles.
he likes.
Everybody
Let's get
have
him
a-
some riddles. Let's get him some books of
everybody have
riddles.
Not giving him my blood. Oh, let's just bring him to this place and have him do the puzzle. Let's lock him in there. He can do the puzzle. He loves. said
He
loved
would
riddles.
love that.
Yeah, and then he
Exactly.
eats the heart and becomes like
then he
Mega
destroys
Giga
us.
Dragon or some shit.
He can't get through it. There's a physical barrier. Remember, I tried to run into it and I slammed my
It's
face
a
on the
Bring
ground?
puzzle.
in.
It's a
It's such-
puzzle. He loves puzzles.
Everybody
would
have
figure
a
it
riddle
out.
ready just in case.
Well, what do you guys do for the day?
Where are we?
Cards.
We're
We're at
First,
the
top,
Still at the Grove.
top of the
We're
The
morning.
at the
order.
Grove.
So, do we have any more business to conduct at the Grove?
Does anyone need to do any shopping, or
No.
can we do that
Do
here?
Rook will ask, do we want to investigate the heart further while we're here, or we just want to secure the entrance and disguise
let's
it?
let's
and then
just
return?
secure it and come back.
Okay.
I am
let's
not
put-
mentally ready to walk back in there.
No, fuck that place.
No,
Fair
we're
enough.
not.
Fair enough. Rook understands.
Yeah, we'll hire somebody.
He's got the
it's
blood.
fine.
He's got the blood to study.
Yeah, how long will it take you to study that to find out what it does?
I need to get back to my laboratory outside
We talked about
Labrador.
it. We can go talk to Kurivar and be like, "Hey, we found this thing."
Yeah.
Like, we
so
need to.
it
seek the
sounds like we're heading
Magister
to
advice
Loudwater,
first.
yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. We'll fast
All
travel there.
everything points to
Yeah.
Loudwater.
We will fast travel there as it's your guys' kingdom. You pass through, past Boken's hut, everything's fine, he's working, and you get to Loudwater by about noon. Does the dream cause
Okay.
exhaustion? No, you succeeded on your con save.
Okay.
It could have. It could have. As you guys arrive in Loudwater, the very first thing that happens is that it looks like there are people waiting for you. A large group of people, about
boy.
12 of them outside of the town hall. And Kurivar and Harrowleaf are there, and Harrowleaf says, Otilg, there you are. A convoy or an envoy was sent of some emissaries from a nearby kingdom. If you have a moment, they've been waiting for you. They're not very patient.
Where are they from?
Kingdom to the north, most likely. Rook says under his breath, but
I think we would love to receive our guests in the royal hall.
Lord Otilg, they said that they hail from your kingdom, from Cormyr.
Oh boy.
It's a good thing. It's a good
Hey, family, right?
thing. It's countrymen.
My family doesn't own all of Cormyr. Very well,
Well-
let's see to them.
All right. Well, let's go and get settled and do this appropriately. Maybe brush up a little bit. Look like
Yeah.
we aren't a bunch of blood-soaked clowns.
Does anyone not
no,
know?
I'm not blood soaked.
Say what?
Rook goes. I mean,
Of course.
it's
The
a
whole
council
council.
thing, unless Altilg
Council
wants
thing,
to
right?
speak in private.
No, it's a council thing.
No.
I mean,
This
it's
is
it's
council.
like a diplomatic reception. Like
Yeah,
we would all be there.
Kurivar and Harrowleaf are going. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a council thing. I put Yida
What do you
here.
call
I
it
mean,
when
she-
people line up to come see the king every
it's
day?
exactly
what are
that.
those people
Yeah.
called?
I don't know what they're called exactly, but it's
There's
exactly
like an
that.
official word for it. But
Yeah, and your daughter likes to watch these, so she's off on the side just watching. But the council comes together. Let's do the rule of order. Let's do that music. A man approaches with a large cavalry behind him of about 15 other men and women that look, well, to be honest, they look well equipped, Otilg. They look very well equipped. They have potions at their waist, they have magical weapons, they have plate armor, leathers that look well enchanted, capes. There's not just humans in their ranks. You see drow, you see orcs, men and women. You see one Goliath-looking fellow.
Holy hell, who's this stacked son of a bitch? Skullcrusher?
Fucking jacked. I mean,
Skullcrusher?
his name.
Jesus.
That's the Goliath.
Of course, his name is Skullcrusher.
Ah.
We
He's
need
on
one.
Tran. 100%.
Where do we
Tran.
find one?
But
Well, I guess I will. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
no, did you have a question? Or
No, I was just going to introduce and welcome my kinsman. What brings you in to our kingdom?
you see, as one of the men step forward, he seems, his gaze kind of calculating of the situation. You know a fighter when you see one. Actually, give me a perception check, Otilg.
Now I am wearing my crown.
You are.
You
A
sure
nat
are,
20.
my liege.
Hell yeah.
You can tell when somebody is gauging a potential combat, and his eyes are doing so.
Whoa.
He steps forward and
Is there
kneels in front of his group, and he says, Lord Otilg Otelson, and esteemed members of his kingdom, I am Torek Blackraven, and we come bearing a message of importance from Torvald Blackthorn regarding the future of the Lords of Cormyr. We seek audience, not adversaries, but as an emissary of inevitable reality. And he bows and he presents a sealed letter. And he waits for a moment.
In turn.
He'll walk up with the letter and he'll hand
No.
it,
Jeez. Why are you screaming at the table?
and then he kind of just steps back.
Well, obviously, Oteg will crack the seal and open the letter, and he will keep it in full view of the council if anyone is curious.
Rook's kind of focused on these guys, keeping an eye on them. He
You have a
trusts Oto.
sealed letter in your inventory as you crack it open and start to read.
Rook, do you see how jacked that dude is?
Rook uses telepathy to talk to Bradley. Of course I see it. He's larger than everyone else in the room.
I bet his name
Right,
is
someone-
Skull Crusher.
I also have my anti-material rifle under this table.
Should I summon Vax
If you would
right
like,
behind him?
I can read it out loud,
That'd
or
be
if you want to
hilarious.
read it, or whatever you guys want to do here. As you can see, the
Seriously?
letter has quite a bit of information, Otilg.
What is the rest of this entourage doing? Like, this is a massive entourage. They're just
is?
Yeah.
Go
It's kind of
forth, man.
sketch.
Flex
Filled
it.
with-
He's just flexing.
You guys also
filled with
have
jacked monsters
4 of your
and
purple
smoking hot
knights in
babe.
the room. The guard
Yeah,
captain
purple
is Sold
knight.
Ironheart, as well as 4 of her commanding officers. Or 3 of them.
Let the purple nurples mess you up.
Are these all AI generated chicks? 'Cause
Yeah, they are.
Of course they are.
Yeah,
doing
they
That's
are.
why they're all
doing it.
beautiful.
I like the AI art, man.
I do.
It's good. I noticed them
They-
immediately. I'm like, oh, I know what that is.
But Otilg, you read this letter, and it seems to be an invitation to a wedding. And it
Oh, God.
seems... Actually, I'll just read it. Lord Otilg Odelson, it is with great anticipation that I extend an invitation to you, a scion of our noble bloodline, to attend a momentous occasion that shall forever alter the course of our family's fate. Your timely return is paramount, for events of grandeur await. As the rightful heir to the house, it's only fitting that you witness the union that shall solidify our legacies. I'm to be wed to the esteemed Lady Illyria Shadowdusk, a union that shall not only bind our hearts, but also intertwine the destinies of our families. The festivities shall gather Netherese dignitaries and Cormyr royals, making a significant alliance. However, this joyous occasion is veiled in a darker purpose. Your absence is sorely felt, and your son, Otilg Otelson III, valiantly shoulders the weight of your responsibilities. His graciousness in offering control of his temporary stewardship speaks volumes, though I sense his father's concern would demand your presence. You are cordially invited to partake in this auspicious celebration, a mere preamble to the inevitable return. Time is of the essence, for threads of fate weave intricate patterns. Should you delay, the consequences could prove dire. In expectant anticipation, Trovold Blackthorn. And Ravenclaw looks up and says, If you would like, sir, we were asked to escort you and your people to his kingdom. We understand there
that's-
may be hesitation. However, Torvald Blackthorn extends this invitation of peace and reconciliation, and he desires civilized discourse regarding matters.
When are you to depart?
Well, as emissaries, we await your decision. Our presence is not a demand, but rather a gesture of willingness, an open dialogue to avert unnecessary escalations between the new kingdoms, being so close together. We shall wait here no more than a 10-day.
Rook will use telepathy to talk to everyone at the council, but they can't hear him. Close together? What do you mean? We're halfway across the continent. Or is he talking about your son and his holding?
I'm so confused.
I believe he's speaking about my lands, or my family's lands that are within Cormyr.
All telepathy. Okay.
Yes, with telepathy, I respond. Very well, kinsman. I shall send word of my decision before your departure. In the meantime, you are welcome to stay in our inn or our barracks, whichever makes you more comfortable.
The barracks would be delightful.
Haven't stayed in many barracks, have you?
My men are used to it. We're all hardened adventurers.
Suit yourself.
I don't think that one dude could even fit through the doors. He's fucking huge.
Captain Harrowleaf,
He's
will you show them
definitely
the
gonna have to
way?
stand sideways.
Yeah, he nods, and
Yeah, right?
Captain Harrowleaf will get up and start to escort them out. A few of the guards following behind. And they'll head out. And Harrowleaf comes back in. All right, I've gotten them rooms for the night, and... well, they do seem to be a rowdy bunch.
Well, give them some.
That's
Give
sweet.
them something to drink. Give them a
Yeah,
lot
I
of
would-
something to drink. I think
Who-
I would like them too drunk to cause any real trouble.
Let's
Keep an eye
attack
on
them
them.
during their long rest.
No.
or we could go drink with them and see what kind of information they'll give out once we get them tipsy.
Wow, what
I
a
will
shock.
certainly be drinking with Cormyrians.
I'll certainly be pretending to be drinking with Cormyrians and trying to spy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and on that perception, too, I will tell you a couple things that you could just spot off the bat, right? Some of them are Cormyrian, for sure. But others, they don't look Cormyrian. Others are clearly drow, orcish. There's some... they look like thugs here and there. And
So what I
some
know of Cormyr,
Yeah.
they should not be. They typically would not be with elves. They
Yeah,
do not get along with the Daelins.
yeah. So you can tell that there's, like, this is a group of thugs and a couple Cormyrians. A couple.
Who are these people? Like,
you
because
know
we didn't read
what?
the letter, and
Can we do insight checks on them? Can we see if we get like a bad vibe from them, or Rook seems shitty? Rook's not good at insight, but
You-
he's sitting there looking at them for a
You
whole
can
time.
definitely insight. And Taurus, was that a question to me or to the party?
to the king. Like, I don't, I'm like, who are these people? Like, what is going on?
What did he
here?
say?
I mean, like, what is? I'm asking you, like, what is going
Taurus
on?
is just asking to get put in the loop. And on
Where
the
are those
insights,
guys?
you guys just kind of picked up all the conversation. Rook is kind of an outsider watching in. Till
Trying to
you're
figure out what the
informed,
hell's going
yeah.
on.
I mean, they just kind of seem like a guard, They're always kind of that way. They seem like adventurers. But yeah.
What's in the letter? What did they say? Who are they? Why are they here? What do they want? Well, he read the letter. You didn't read the letter. You didn't read the letter out loud.
Did you share
Okay.
the letter with us afterwards once they
Well,
left?
like I said,
Yeah.
I kept it. I left it open for you all to lean
Yeah,
over if you wanted to. but
Pushes
that's
it out
fine.
onto the table towards you, Taurus, and you can
Everyone
read
reads it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the following.
Sam,
yeah.
right.
There we are.
Everyone reads it. It's a wedding invitation for a family that I'm not
Oh, I love weddings.
I love weddings.
that close with. I don't know the Black Thorns that well.
Well, you are getting to
Fantastic.
be kind of an important person. You've got the whole land holding is Cormyr. You got land holdings here. I mean, it would make sense for them to want to hang out with you. It's a wedding. It gets your face out there. It kind of shows us off a little bit. I'm all for it.
Yeah, did you see some of those
I-
chicks?
Yeah,
I
let's
normally
go,
would
man.
be two. I normally would be two, but I have two issues.
Mhm.
One, we are not Our kingdom is new. We are not in a position to be leaving our post right now for an extended periods of time. Cormyr is not close.
How long is it going to take us to get there? Do we have an airship? We're
Can we
keeping
borrow
that thing
one?
on retainer.
I believe it took my daughter a week.
Well, I'll also let you clarify as you finish reading, Taurus. The final sentences, the final few
About to say,
paragraphs, display that this group of royal Cormyrians, the Blackthorn family, have taken over control of your standings in the name of your son. And it's kind of a
what?
threat.
I was worried about
It's
that.
very much a threat.
How did they do
Yeah.
that? How did they wait? So they seized your lands?
It looks like they just didn't even need to do that. They just took it over.
Just took it, yeah.
Just kind of
So-
My
pushed
daughter-
him out of the way.
You said my daughter's in the room, right?
Unless you have her leave. I mean, that's up to you.
No.
She
no,
normally
no.
watches these, so yeah,
Ida.
she'll come over to the table.
What do you know of the Blackthorns? Was any of this happening before you came to me?
She shakes her head no. I don't think I knew about the Blackthorns much either, Father. I know that our uncle married one of them a long time ago.
Oh dear.
But this shit happened in a fucking week and some change. Because it took her a week to
That's-
get here, and they haven't
Yes,
heard about it.
it
that
just happened.
All right, yeah,
That's
kind of
precisely how I lost the fortress the first time.
But I don't understand. Okay, so how old is your son?
He'd be about 20.
So how did this family that you don't even know just kind of like push in and take stewardship of your lands?
I do not know. I've been here. I am worried. I've trained my son, and he knows how important these lands are to our family.
He
would not
wouldn't
go
have
down without a
given that
fight.
up.
No, the problem is you've got two sets of lands that are separated by a decent amount of territory. So can we keep both? Like, is my question. Is it feasible to be able to control both?
It was not in my control. I left the lands to my son. He is my heir. He was to keep the lands.
Okay,
Now,
so
he is still my family, and of course I would like to help him if it comes down to that.
so let's go down there and figure out what's going on with your son. Like the kingdom's important, but we can leave Harrow Leaf in charge. It'll keep for a couple weeks. I mean, obviously, family's the most important. What's the deal with the wedding? Who's wedding? Who's wedding?
As I said, I do not know. The further concern I have is that these are not just Cormyrian fighters. There did look to be some ruffians and a drow, at least one drow, and Cormyrians do not typically commingle with any type of elves.
Whoa.
So-
All right.
so-
Where your racism much? All right. I got you.
They're
So
my
why
lands.
don't we send them? Just say, hey, yeah, we're going, but we'll take our own route or ship or something. We'll find another route. We don't go with them. We'll take our a contingent of our own guard. That
I
seems
think that's a good
reasonable, right?
idea. Could you send someone to watch them at the barracks?
Well, why don't we invite them here, as they're technically, emissaries. We could have dinner here, invite them in, give them something to drink, talk to them a little bit, see if they reveal something when they've been drinking. I don't know.
Sounds like a good idea.
If nothing else, we get a reputation for being friendly.
Yeah.
I'll say all this took about an hour, so it's noon.
A little early to go drinking. Should we wait a little bit, or should we go find out some information about the heart while we're here and then go drink?
Can we send a messenger to the barracks and see if they would be interested in having a dinner with us, a little feast to welcome them?
Yeah, Captain Isolde, she bends her head down and nods. I'll send a message to them, let them know. Did you want to have the hall set up for a banquet then?
Yes, please.
And she nods. Then we'll do that as well. If you want to clear out, we'll get everything prepared.
Do you guys have anything you want to run along and do?
Well, Rook, if we have any time before we leave, he would like to at least investigate a little bit of what the blood does, and maybe tinker with his rifle a little bit if we have any time. If not, he can do it en route, I would suppose, if he can work in the wagon.
If he could
My friends.
work in the wagon, yeah, you could definitely do that. Let me drop this here. Go ahead, Otilk.
My friends, as I reread this letter, I am concerned that this band is in league with my cousin. If you notice in one of these paragraphs, they mention the festivities shall gather Netherese dignitaries and Cormyr royals, marking a significant alliance, and we know that the cult was heading towards Cormyr first.
Yes,
I'm sorry.
Rook
What
Rook
about
will pipe up
festivities?
and Rook will pipe up and say, yes, that was, aside from the implied threat, was the most concerning part that I saw on this, was the mention of Netherese dictators or dignitaries.
And I mentioned it in chat, but I'll ask everybody, DC 20 history check if you'd like to know about that name in there. Not Blackthorn, but the other one, the female in the family.
Yeah, I'll
Shadowdust.
definitely do that.
Damn, DC 20. Whew.
I would love to know who these women are.
Oh, Rook got it.
Brooke made it. Good job, Brooke.
Bookworm,
who the woman is.
bookworm comes through.
All right, so
Eric rolled below the 10.
Rook hit it, which is good. Taurus, maybe the name like lingers on your mind, but you can't quite remember it. But Rook, the woman being married to apparently Otilg's family, you know, is an old name, at least in history books, of a Shadow of our family when they came back from about 100 years ago and tried to take over. They were seen as kind of one of the leaders in that whole movement, and there was a lot of wars fought as flying citadels from Netherese came back like 100 years ago, and that family, Shadow Dusk, seemed to be one of the head families in that situation. And you recall that family name. Lady Illyria, you don't immediately know who she might be.
But Rook recognizes the surname.
The surname.
He'll pipe up and say, that name right there, Shadow Dusk. That's a Shadow of our surname. I'm certain of it. It's popped up a few times in some of the texts I've read recently.
So it's a wedding between some questionable Cormyrians and some questionable Shadowvar, and they sent a small army to take us in to go to this party. This sounds like it's going to be awesome.
A trap, obviously.
It's obviously
a
a trap.
party.
Let's bring
We
it.
have to go for the
We have
party,
to
of
go.
course.
We have to go.
With proper preparation. Rook starts scribbling more notes.
Yeah, of course. Proper preparation. I need some fire arrows, so let's go take care of that.
Lots of explosives. Makes note.
What's at the old equipment shop I can pick up that blows up?
Now remember, it's a wedding, so we might get there and it might actually just be a bunch of people that are excited to see us. And
I'd like to
Yeah,
buy some
you're
So
dynamite.
let's not blow it up right away.
Well, it's just in case. I mean, we can have
Better
the
to have
cannon.
it.
just
and
yeah,
not
just in
need it.
case.
Better to have it. Not
Make
need
sure you
it.
guys pick up
son-
good clothes too.
My son
Son.
relinquished ancestral lands. This is not just a wedding.
Okay.
Why
well,
would your son do that? That doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, Rook
don't
has
know.
a theory.
Why wouldn't
Rook
he
has a-
just lock himself up in a damn in the keep and then call for you?
Why they're going to summon you back? This is just Rook's suspicion. He's thinking out loud here. Why they want to probably get a pledge of fealty from you, perhaps, and then they'll return your lands to you, but you're now bound to them, which would also put Loudwater under
Who even are they?
Shadowvar control again. I don't know. The cult.
Like, who's the Blackthorn? Why would the Blackthorn have any sort of control? Why would they even think we would
Well, they're
entertain
connected.
that idea?
We took this land from Shadowvar, and there's
Right.
more Shadowvar that are requesting our presence. It seems like an awful big
But the
coincidence.
but the Torvald Blackthorn, like, what? These are just Cormyrian
Power? He
small
wants.
nobles.
He's corrupt. He's evil. He wants power. Who knows why he's allying with them or married into their family? It doesn't
I
matter.
mean-
If they're connected to the cult, I want to see them dead.
Sure, we can try to find something out tonight at the banquet.
Yida mentions,
Figure out a little
she
bit.
says,
Yeah, let's ask about them.
the Blackthorns were a family our uncle married. I think for money.
Which
See?
one's the uncle?
Okay, well that's fair. I mean,
There was a time where, talk was of me potentially marrying the family for money, but I didn't want to do that.
Ugh. Oh,
What?
understandable. I mean, they do have vast tracts of land.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, did we want to talk to Moonfire? Because now she's got her tablet. She's gonna beat feet.
yeah, we should find out what that before she. Yeah, like you said, before she leaves, we should find out
We
why
should-
she needed it so badly.
We could invite
She's
her to
not
the party
leaving.
too.
You guys call
She wants
think
to
she
Moonfire
is.
in?
contact our
You
patron.
could talk to her first, or you guys could invite her to the party. What do you guys want to do?
Both.
So there's a party
Oh.
tonight, or
Yeah,
we would be going
Your
to.
hall was set up right. Your guys aren't in the hall now because it's getting set up, and
Okay.
they'll start cooking and preparing for a party tonight and invite the emissaries to it, which would be like a very formal thing to do. So it's a good idea.
So
I
a
guess.
party to have another wedding party. Got it.
Well, we're just they came and visited us, so it's only polite to host, and we can use this time to try to glib some information from them as they partake of the festivities.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's just
Like
a
it.
polite thing to do. Put on a fake front. Since they're obviously putting on a fake front, we put on a fake front too.
So yeah, you guys head out into
Politics.
Loudwater to
Yep.
find Moonfire.
Exactly.
We'll jump back to Loudwater map here. You guys find Moonfire. She would actually probably be in the town hall, just in a different area. Something I actually got to figure out really quick. I got to remember, where is the obelisk?
It was in her house that we gave her.
Yeah,
It's
she
it's
across
in
the
her
street.
house? Okay, then
So
she's
it's like
working
right
on it.
ac-
As you guys
It's right across the street.
As
over
you guys
here.
enter, she's gonna turn and say, hello, hi, welcome. I've been waiting for you to show up. I've discovered a few things I wanted to talk about, but I'm still missing something.
Rook will definitely talk to her about the obelisk and the tablet and what else she needs.
How are you
See
missing
what he
something?
can learn.
I thought we got
Yeah, what-
everything. I thought this
yeah,
was
what-
Yeah, I thought
everything
we
we
were
needed.
good.
She inserts
almost-
the
No.
tablet into the obelisk, and you can see it fits perfectly, and the obelisk lights up. I'm
Oh.
still missing the scripture. I'm not sure what to say. I still need to travel to the Endless Caverns, but I want to be frank with you this time. I know that you've already discovered some of it and we've discussed it, but the Endless Caverns, the reason I want to go, it's not Grimnosh or any of the kobolds in the way. Far deep within, an ancient lich.
Mm-hmm.
He has...
There it is. There it is.
He has something I need.
Of course.
The
Damn it,
words.
Moonfire.
The words
If you-
missing. The scripture.
If you just weren't so darn charming, I would definitely say no. But how can I refuse that smile?
And she smiles and says, Taurus, you get with all the ladies. Certainly you're not trying to get with me too.
Nah.
Liches always have what women want.
The Lich always has a crush on Taurus.
Does it seem like that's like she's giving like true information? Like that's all she knows is that there's just a lich in the end.
I
through
know
everything
quite
else?
a bit more about the lich than that.
Oh, okay. Well then,
Yeah, we're
please
gonna need
share.
more.
Because
Yeah,
we almost
talk to
drowned
the-
in blood for this tablet.
Talk to the lady.
Bradley, I thought
Right.
you would come into particular use in this case. You
Oh, boy.
see, the lich takes on students. And who better than the young intern? You're rather charming.
Yeah.
You could
Wait, so we
lie.
don't even need to fight him? He could just go
I
in
would
there and...
hope we don't
pretend
need
to
to
be a
fight him.
student.
His name is Omvor the Undying.
Oh,
I
shit,
don't
hold on.
think we could
Oh,
fight
Oh,
him.
I gotta light this up.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that
I'm
sounds
gonna need more
perfect.
dynamite.
Pretend to be a student? Well, considering I just finished being a student, I could definitely pretend to be a student again.
It'll be like grad school, right? They have that
Yeah,
for
grad
grad
school.
school.
Exactly. I'm gonna go get my master's in liching.
A fellowship. Yeah, Masters in Liching. Perfect. This is so
Wouldn't-
good.
She
Uh,
places out a
Rook will
book.
look at.
Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say Rook will look at Sartorius and is like, "I'm sorry, isn't your religion supposed to hate the undead?" He just kind of cock his head and look at him.
Yeah,
What was
but
the
so
witch's,
not a whole
king's
lot that
name
we
again?
can do against a lich right now. We need
Well,
to
if this
un-
matters
unless
at all, he doesn't really declare himself as undead. You see, he identifies as living. But
What?
he's very much a lich.
Wait. So is he a bad glitch? Like, is he a bad guy?
Is he a nice
All
person?
liches
Well,
are
this
bad.
is his book.
he takes students.
And she
Hold on,
presents his
he's
book.
taking students.
And
Yeah,
as she starts to show, he has a published book from the Baldur's Gate
No shit.
Press, and
No
it
fucking-
shows teachings of necromancy and high magic. And she says, he's taking on mages before. All you would have to do is show him that you do know magic, a little mage hand or
Easy.
something, charm him,
Okay.
grab the
Easy.
paper we need, and disappear.
Too easy.
Yeah,
Charm
too easy.
a lich.
I mean,
Right, I believe it.
that
Okay, well,
sounds
I
very
don't
hard.
doubt my abilities to charm anything with a pulse.
Now, the
does he
rest
have a
of you
pulse?
will still, of course, be
I-
needed to get past Grimnosh.
Yeah, it's simple. We'll hang out with Grimnosh. We'll do the puzzles.
And he doesn't
Bradley,
have a pulse,
you
no.
you go on down, find the lich.
Split the party.
No. Yeah, you can do this. You'll be fine.
You'll be fine. Yeah, it's fine.
You'll be fine. Go down
Fine.
there.
Does he not wanna
just
have any more
go to
backup?
school. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do against the lich?
He's
Well,
No, I
as
mean,
long
like
as
you
quest
have
is
more than one
collected.
person go as a
Well,
student. That way, if something happens,
what was the lich's name again? I'm sorry. I'm actually writing this down. I need to know.
For the Undying.
4.
I'll
For
share
all
it.
we know,
Thank
I
you.
mean, here's the thing. What are two of you gonna do against the lich? Nothing.
I mean,
Yeah.
there could be a
And-
situation you get in, but I don't know.
But basically, the situation you need to be in is go in there.
Like, I could actually learn something. Like, I don't even need to pretend to be a student. I could actually
Yeah,
want
go
to learn
in,
something.
ask him
Find
nicely
this
that you want to learn his
scroll.
stuff. Find out, what. Now, here's my question:
Here's the
how
image
long
of
are
him.
the words? Can he just copy down the?
Oh,
God.
In the back of the book, you see the author's image.
Oh,
Oh,
Can
he's
you?
gotta go.
Do you? How big is the scroll, the scripture that you need? Is it like one line? Can he just write it down and bring it out? Because we don't really want to steal anything
Sure,
from the
you
lich.
could make a copy. That's not a bad idea at all.
Yeah, Bradley, go in there,
Is-
make a
hold-
copy, be nice.
you seem to know a lot about this, Lady Moonfire. Do you know anything about how? I get they're called the Endless Caverns. Do you know how deep they go? Like, how endless?
Deep
are
into
they?
the Underdark, but his lair, I
Awesome.
believe, is just below where Grimnosh guards. From what I've read and studied, there's an old elven citadel down there.
Okay.
He's taken it over. He has many, many, many homes.
Well,
Sure. I know he's new here, but you sure you want to just send it? You sure you're comfortable going in alone, Bradley?
hey, listen. He's got a published book. My dream is to publish a book about our adventures. And I mean, come on. Like, he's an undying Lich King, and he managed to get something published. Like, and he's taking students. It doesn't sound like it's gonna be an instant death kind of thing.
I mean, yeah, I know. I mean, yes, technically undead Lathander,
Worst.
huge problem, but like this guy doesn't sound that bad.
Worst case scenario, I bamf out, turn invisible, and run away.
Yeah, well, I mean,
He's
go
a
in,
witch.
figure out how the situation is, do what he asks you, become a student, find the scroll, make a copy, don't steal anything from him, don't get caught.
Right.
And she hands
then
you another
back.
book, and she says, and this one was published by his, and I'll share it in general chat, A Life Lived in the Shadow of Death. This one was published by his previous mage apprentice. She went on to
See, that's
open up
all
a
right. This is a
store in
stepping stone for
Baldur's
me
Gate.
to be able to write a book.
He
So
didn't kill
can we
her.
So
Rook
you have a
is very
copy of the book.
uncomfortable with all this necromancy talk.
Can we have a copy of the book and
They're
tell him
yours
that
to
you're a
keep.
huge Thank you. Okay, so we'll get him signed.
Yeah. What's his book called? His book, not his students, but his book.
Teachings of the Netherese.
Okay.
Teachings of the Netherese, huh?
Hey, listen, I'm not gonna like flaunt it, but if I learned some more spells to help us out, guys, like I felt really pretty useless in that last fight. I had
Yeah,
nothing. I could
no,
do
no,
nothing.
you're fine. I'm so tired of these Netherese guys. Between you and
Yeah.
me, ugh.
Well, what's better than knowing your enemy? You know, I'll get
Yeah.
some legit inside knowledge.
Rook will definitely want to get a copy of the book so he can read it.
No, it's my copy.
Oh yeah, after
We'll
reading
make
this,
a
he's,
make a
Moonfire's
copy
like,
of a copy.
I
Smart
don't
copy.
have any more copies. That's up to all of you. Yes.
We'll share it.
yeah, he does seem kind of awful actually. But yeah, let's stick to the original plan. Go in, do what you're supposed to do, and then get out.
We're gonna
Yeah.
have to get him into the caverns at some point too, though.
I just
Who?
walk up and say, "Hey, I'm here for the school."
Yeah, just go. It's Bradley. He can talk his way in there and out. He's got 2 books he wants to get
Doesn't
signed.
he have
He's
to
a
get
huge
past
fan.
Grimnosh first and get underneath there?
We're gonna go spend time with Grimnosh.
Yes,
Right?
we'll
I can
get
say
him
I'll bring
past.
him a riddle. I'll bring him he
Well,
likes
yeah,
riddles, right?
he likes jewels. We'll take him some shiny rocks. We'll take
Likes
him
riddles.
We'll take him a book of riddles. We'll take him some food. We'll find out what they like to eat. We'll be best
He likes my
buddies.
doesn't know riddles.
He likes my rabbit stew.
He likes rabbit stew, and we'll take him some rabbit
Yeah.
stew.
I'll start looking through my school books and find some riddles for him. Leave him a little riddle book.
You need to focus on Envor. You let us worry about Grimnosh.
Well, I'm just saying to get by him.
So
Yeah.
are we going to go to the caverns, or are we gonna go to Cormyr? Which the order of
I would
operations
love
here?
to go. I would love to go handle
Cormyr,
the caverns.
you don't have to leave
but-
for a 10-day.
Caverns.
Oh, then we can wrap that up.
Yep. So they
Yeah,
mentioned
we can
that they're
knock that
leaving
out.
in a 10-day to get there on time. So you have a 10-day, so there's no immediate rush on Cormyr, other than the fact that Otilg is probably worried.
Right.
Well, let's go wrap up this problem with Grimnosh. Let's
Great.
knock out the thing for Moonfire while we're there at the Endless Caverns. Let's see here.
So that will
what do
take
we
you a
wanna-
day to get to the Endless Caverns. So do we want to jump to tonight when we have a party?
Yeah.
Yes.
Do we have any other talking? Oh yeah, we need to talk about like privately with Kuravar about that thing that we found.
Bradley would like to start reading the book so
The
he has
blood?
knowledge of the Netherese
thing?
book.
Wait. Curvar in the blood or something else?
Oh yeah.
The heart. We needed to talk to him
We
about.
need to talk to him about the. You know what I'm
Wait
saying?
a second. Yeah.
Now, I also wanted to mention that I won't be living here once we find the scripture. You all should take control of the obelisk when I'm gone.
Rook will pipe up. I'll be sure that we put it to good use.
What does it do?
Thank you.
I-
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. What does it do?
Hopefully the scripture has more information in that.
It does many things.
My
Rook,
use
you
of
know
it
what it does?
specifically is
A little bit.
teleportation.
We could move the city potentially. It also could aid in its defense. There are many things that the obelisk could do once it's reached its full power.
Exactly
That's
true.
super vague. Thank you.
Would it act as like a
Well,
teleportation?
I don't
anchor?
know exactly all of what it does yet. I need to study it.
Oh.
I
Okay.
can
So it
shed
might
a
have
little
to
bit
be
more light, but again, we need the scripture. What I do know of it is that it is a protective force used by the Netherese. All that I know is that it is what not only powered their cities, but also made them fly and moved their armies about. My focus is on the movement. I want to plane or travel with it to somewhere you're normally not
So-
able to get to.
We could
Yeah.
use it to protect the city from dragons, giants, all manner of things. We could potentially move the city, even. So I feel strongly that we should attempt to complete it, allow Moonfire to go visit her patron, and then move on to other more pressing matters. We certainly have many.
We are always knee deep in Netherese artifacts. I hate these things.
Rook says I think the obelisk will be an asset.
All right.
Is there a teleportation? Sorry, I haven't been into the temple yet. Here, is there a teleportation like sigil rune in our temple?
No, your town doesn't have one
So
yet.
this So this could potentially
Well,
be the.
there is one underneath the town,
Yes, you have
but
the
we've
panels.
disabled it.
Yep.
We've disabled it.
Okay, so all right, I'm just thinking of.
But
other
like the town
uses
doesn't
for
have like a
novels.
commonly used teleporter.
Right, like
You
one
guys
that you can
discovered
use
the
to
one
get
that
from
they
city to
brought
city.
here. Yep.
Okay.
And you guys haven't used that one yet either. You don't know much about it, but you do have it.
More things for me to investigate.
Sure. So how do we want to spend the next couple hours before we go to this party? Anybody want to do anything specifically?
I'd like to
Rook will talk, I guess, to Kurvar about the blood that he's got, the Kars
You want to
file.
investigate the blood? All right.
Yes.
So you'll spend some time investigating that blood. Yeah, we'll jump to that in 1 second. Let's get what everybody's doing really quick. If anybody else wants to do something for, let's just say 4 or 5 hours. Yeah. Bradley, how about you? Anything you're doing? You're about to say something.
Well, shoot, Bradley was interested in the blood too because I grabbed some as well.
Yeah, you can come
also
along.
have some. Yeah.
Come
I'm
along.
gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go along with Rook to go find
Sure.
out more about this blood, and we can also share this book that he is also interested in reading, so we can take a look at that while waiting to find out info about the blood.
All right, very cool. Taurus, what would you do for a few hours? Anything?
Did we talk to Kurvar about this thing?
I'm going to do
That's
that
what
also.
they're going to do it
Okay.
if you want to go to do it
I'm going
too.
to talk to him
Yeah.
about the Kars stone. Yeah.
Yep.
And the blood.
All right. Heading to Kurvar to chat. Otilg, anything you want to do for a few hours?
I'm going to be with the rest of the group with Kurvar.
Sticking with them. You guys don't split up. Merrick, anything you want to do?
Staying with the guys.
Nothing special. Thule, anything
I mean,
special for a few hours?
I'm sure
Well,
we all know.
I did some shopping. I did some shopping.
You do some shopping.
Oh, nice.
Okay. All right. Yeah, they all study, and you hit the market for a little bit. Not a problem. If there is anything you want to buy, you can post it. But
Isn't there a book floating about for learning Netherese?
It's a book about
Rook has
learning Netherese, not the language. Well, Rook has a book on the language itself. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
I can read and speak it, so I can help you.
Omvor's book talks about the teachings of the Netherese.
Okay. Well, I mean, this seems to be a common theme. So if that's something that I could start, I mean, like I'm taking an interest, especially with this whole bit with ruins and tablets and all that. Thule's now thinking, hey, if I could learn more about this language, it might come in handy down the road. So
yeah, Rook, you are finished with that book. If you want to hand it over to Thule.
Yeah, sure. How do I move it from? I think it's in my bag of holding. Let me check. I think that's where I put it.
Not a problem if it is. Let's try to pull it out here. Let's see. Red Wizard's journals. I don't know if you specifically even have. Oh man, there's so much on that Red Wizard journal. Holy shit! All right, it broke the.
Yeah, I know.
Broke the back. All right. Don't worry about it. I'll just add one into his loot here. So Thule.
Yeah, I think it might have been in the group loot. That's where it was. That's where
Thule.
it was.
I'm sorry. I keep saying Thule. Merrick. Let me add it here.
No, Thule wanted.
Oh no, it was Thule.
Yeah, Thule wanted it. Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
Thule.
No, I'm just So Thule wants to start. I'm not going to make massive progress in a couple hours, but just want to kind of start into that whole learning Netherese because it seems like it's going to be something that comes in handy down the road.
It's the triumphant exemplar. That's in the it's in the book. It's in the group chest. Yeah.
All right. I'm just gonna have it here, but you can start to learn that. All of you go and head over to Kurvar just to chat about what you found and the blood. And he will certainly start to go over some of that with all of you. Everybody just throw me an Arcana check.
Oh, boy.
Uh-oh.
Just straight roll, just as you're going through these. Okay.
I'm sorry. What kind of check?
Arcana.
No, I mean, yeah.
He's being a goofball.
Yeah.
Oh, because you got a 2. Yeah, you don't know what's going on.
Yeah, what's Arcana?
Kurvar only got an 8 as well.
I can add a +4 if I need to.
No, you're
For
fine.
the-
You read through it. As the party starts to study a few things, Korvar talks about this. He says, you inform him of everything you found. He's going to say, by Mistra's lost spell, that's a lot. The Temple of Kars.
It is. With the Karstone, yes.
You know, it was Mistra herself that Kars tried to take from. The power, the magic he
Yes.
took.
Yes, he was briefly a god, and then catastrophe befell all the Netherese. Karsus's folly.
You say his heart still beats. That's. Oh, well, how
Yes,
much do
the-
you tell him? Do you tell him everything?
Oh yeah,
we
I
should
think
tell
we're
him.
gonna trust him.
Yeah.
So yes, there's Faerun that are gnawing on it, keeping it from regenerating, and they're protected
Faerun.
by an arcane they're protected by an arcane barrier. Yes, we believe the druids potentially placed them there, and then place a protective field around them so that they can't leave
And
and
the
no one can
barrier.
interfere with them.
By
I don't think the druids would do that because they don't even go
Someone
in there.
did.
Somebody
chance, did you detect magic?
Yes.
Mhm.
Not on the barrier, but there was golems there that protected the tablet at the altar. We
What,
had to destroy them and then solve a puzzle
what
to
of
get
the
out
barrier did
before
you
we
learn?
drowned.
What magics was it made
Matt,
of?
Not
Bradley steps forward. I was able to cast magic through it, but I slammed against it and couldn't go through it physically. And neither could the Faerun. They also could not pass through.
A barrier that
Blood
only allows
seems to
the
be magic.
transfer of magic.
Oh yeah, have you? Can I pull out my vial of blood?
Who
Rook has one too. Yeah, he
who
passed it
did
out.
cast detect magic?
That was Rook.
On the barrier?
No, back at the temple.
I cast it.
You did.
It's just like an
I
it's
did.
an area
I
thing. It's
casted
not a
it on the,
specific thing. It's an
yeah.
area.
No, Rook casted it. I casted it at least twice
Okay.
on the tablet, and
yeah.
then again after we got
Well,
back
again,
outside.
it's not on the tablet. It's an area around you, Rook. You see all magic.
It's AOE,
So,
right?
So again, as you cast to detect magic, what you saw in the temple, I will give you this much, Rook. The aura around that central area, it was divination,
Okay.
divine
Oh.
magic.
Divine.
Ah, so a god put that there.
Could be.
Mistra.
I
most
would
likely.
like to take a closer look. Should we have time?
Well, we have the druids. We have the druids secure the site, so it should be hard for anyone to stumble across it. But yes, I believe we should revisit there soon. We have many pressing issues, but I don't know if perhaps Kuravar wants to go there by himself, or if he wants to go with us again. I would assume we go with him.
Yeah, definitely shouldn't let him go by
At some
himself.
point, I would appreciate an escort into the woods, and we can investigate. If what you did find
Well, Rook will produce the
sounds true, I do have concerns.
Rook will produce a vial of the blood. We took some of the blood. Figured we could perhaps together figure out what its properties are. It seems to be almost pure magic.
I can feel the weave flowing through it. And he'll cast Detect Magic on it as well and start to examine it. It is indeed.
Any idea what its
connected to
properties
Mistra.
might be?
I've felt this power before. The power he took from her that day. It still flows in his blood. I don't know what would happen should you partake upon it, but it is magically enchanted.
Right, where's the goblin?
He's following
Force
around
feed it to the-
Bax. He looks over. He's
Goblin
like,
these
"Huh?
nuts.
He can't even do magic.
Can't do magic. Hey, fuck
Oh,
you.
that was smart.
How's that for
That's-
magic,
well,
huh?
hey,
Look at this.
maybe-
Ready?
all right,
Ready?
Maybe-
I made my
maybe he
finger
would after
appear.
this.
Huh?
All right, that's fair. That's pretty good magic. All right, that's cute.
Hey, are you a mind goblin?
A mind goblin.
Mind goblin these nuts.
Well, we're gonna have to, if we can't, if we can't determine what it does just by
do it.
studying it, something is going to have to drink it to see what the effects
Goblin,
are.
Goblin,
comes-
go get us some thinking ales.
He comes over to you, Taurus, and he looks up and he says, "You know, you're the only one I like around here." And he walks away.
Yeah.
Nice. Good job. He liked that. He liked that. He liked
He
the
did
dark
like
humor.
that.
He liked the dirty humor. Nice. Good job.
What do you think, Korovar? Do you think maybe have the creature drink some of it and see what happens?
I don't
Observe.
want to drink mine, but give me your bottle. I'll drink it. Fuck it.
You gonna make
Why?
a goblin drink
I'm-
that?
I don't wanna know talk about the
morals of whether or not that's I'll turn my eyes
You're not- You're not gonna test stuff on the goblin.
Yeah, well,
Well,
again, no
better than
offense to the
testing on
goblin, if-
Bradley. We don't know if it's going to kill
Why
him or
not?
not. I'd rather the goblin die.
Give
than
it to Bradley. Let Bradley do
well,
it.
Like, what's the goblin doing? What use does
Look,
he have?
Look, Bradley, this could go one of two ways. Either you'll gain some kind of magical boon, I suspect, from this, or it could be a boon and some kind of curse. Either way, it could potentially help you in the Endless Cavern since you are going to a magical school, or it could cripple you horribly, which is why I suggested
Or
potentially letting the
he might
goblin try it
explode.
first, or he might explode. We don't know
Well-
what's going to happen. If you drink it, it's on you. I was
Now, hang on.
suggesting
I
letting
can
the
get another,
goblin try first to see what happens.
Nah, I can get another Bradley. I can't get another goblin.
My God.
Absolutely.
We could go get you one.
By
Well, no, I'm just
Clark,
thinking if it's a
Maga
magical.
Kamana, make a
You said
decision.
it's well. We were as you were discussing it. You said it's a type of like instance of magic. So unless Mr. Goblin, did anyone ask his name? Goblin, do you have a name? I feel
Nobody
like everyone's
cares.
just been calling you Goblin. No, he has a name.
D's.
Nobody cares.
No, it's not D's.
It is
Yeah.
Please
now.
don't let your D's.
It's Gobo the Goblin.
Gobo,
Reek?
do you
No
have magic
way.
abilities?
Do you want some?
Do you can you perform any feats of magic at all?
Yeah, like seriously? No. I know
Okay,
how to
well,
attack.
that's why I don't think the whole magic or the whatever the essence of magic would work on something that doesn't
Yeah.
have innate magic ability. That's
Yeah.
why I was suggesting I try it.
Okay. Okay.
Uh,
It's up to you, Bradley. You have a vial.
No, I don't want to drink mine. I wanted to save it.
Usually, I would say that
That's
this
not
is
how this works.
No, that's
That's
not how
terrible
this
This will
idea.
works.
give you theirs.
we don't necessarily have to do this right now.
You're right. I'll
Well, we
save
came
it.
here to figure out more about the heart. This is figuring out more about the heart.
This is brute force science. This is a terrible form of experimentation.
Well, Korovar and I seem to have figured out everything we can from it. Experimentation is the next step in science.
Instead of testing it on somebody, why can't you test it on like a plant or like a lab rat or something?
Oh, fine.
Let-
Well, then
let
I'll need to
Kuro-
go
let-
back to. I'll need to go back to my laboratory then.
Let Kurovar have
I-
like a week to do magister things.
I'm not much of a man of science, but
Rook looks at him. I am.
well, when it comes to magic, I can tell you that is enchanted, and I can tell you that it is also giving off that strange divine energy. To investigate the heart more would be my next step. If you want to partake upon drinking it or forcing that goblin to do so, I won't stop you, but I would warn you that you are tampering with magics you're unaware of.
And that usually ends badly. So we should probably not do that.
We should give it to the goblin.
Don't give it to the goblin.
Let's hold off till we go back. Then Rook will use any spare time to carefully, potentially, to try to learn more about it. But we seem to be at an impasse for now.
Yeah, you guys study it for a while. Rook, all that you can tell is that it doesn't react negatively to anything that you really tested on. Like, you pour it on, like, a mushroom. Like, just
Or a piece of grass
Yeah,
or
you know,
something.
like
yeah.
everything's fine. Nothing negative. But it just gets the thing wet. It doesn't grow it quickly. It doesn't do anything that you can see. Just doesn't seem to
Do
be
we
deadly.
have any? I know this is probably a stretch. Do we have any susser bark or any of the flowers from the Underdark that have anti-magic properties?
I don't think any of you guys have ever ventured into the Underdark.
I didn't know if it
I'm
was
a-
something we had potentially in town.
I'll bring you some back.
Bakken might have had something. It'd be interesting to see what effect it would have on this blood. Just a thought.
Could
Okay, I
always-
think we're
could
done
always
here
head down
for
into
now.
the Underdark.
Yeah. What's next?
I guess we should probably head over to the banquet. It's probably getting close to banquet time, unless
move.
you guys have something else.
To the banquet hall. Yes?
Yeah, yeah.
Banquet.
Rook
Yeah,
buys a couple things from the store and he heads over to the banquet.
You see all of them arrive. Moonfire's here. And one other guest arrives as well. Dressed and ready.
Uh-oh.
Megana.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I was gonna stop by and ask her.
Somebody
But I
already
was-
did.
Oh, perfect.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
As Otilg remembered to invite her.
Oh.
Everybody sees, like, as she walks up towards all of you, and she bows, and she's in a full dress, cleaned up for one of the first times that you've seen her, and she looks to each of you, bows, and says, "Thank you, my lord, for the invitation." And she'll go to her seat, and everybody, all these people that came in also kind of step in, and they, they greet, and then they sit down as well, and you guys can drink and partake with them as some celebrations happen. I don't know if anybody else in town is invited, or just these guys. Yes, just these guys in Megana and Moonfire. Excuse me.
Yeah, do we invite any of the common folk?
Nah.
Not to this one.
Yeah,
Rook's a
nothing
commoner, so he doesn't know a lot of the formalities of nobility stuff. He just purifies his food to make sure, because he's paranoid. that
No.
there's
So
nothing
for this
there.
one, we would only have the town like nobles and us, obviously.
Okay,
and,
yeah. So we'll
the
say
emissary.
like a couple other
Council.
nobles might be there, but like that's that's pretty much it. Just a couple other
Maybe
people. filling
Garwan,
the
maybe
seat.
Garwan, stuff
Yeah.
like that.
I don't know if I want Garwin here.
That's up to you. It's your
That's
call.
racist.
Oh wait, no, he's on the council anyway. Never
He
mind.
used
No,
to
he's
be.
not.
He's
No,
off.
he's
We
not.
put Bradley
he
in
used
his
to be,
spot.
but he would be a noble.
Yeah.
We could put him here. Let me see who
Yeah.
else is in.
Oh yeah, he was counselor. That's right. Okay.
All the big
Yeah.
players.
He used to be. Yeah, he used to be.
Well, I'm gonna go sit with Magana, I guess, because there's a seat open across from her, and I feel like it would just be awkward if I didn't. You guys can sit up here at your table and be weird or whatever.
Well, I mean, we are supposed to gather info, so
Yeah, I'm gonna go make friends.
Sunstein
we should
in
probably
here.
mingle.
Okay.
Merrick's
Rook
gonna-
is,
What? Do
Rook
you
is
not want to
terri-
mingle, Rook?
Yeah,
He's
Rook
not
is
much of a
like,
mingler.
I'm not exactly a social person, Bradley. Rook
Well,
says using
Leave him alone.
telepathy.
Wait,
I'm
how
gonna
does
go to
that-
my laboratory and
wait.
drink some
You
blood.
can-
Wow.
That's right. You can hear our thoughts, but do we have to think to you for you to hear us, or are you
No,
just in
no,
there?
no.
Are you just
I
in
can't
there?
hear. I can't hear. It's got to be a mutual thing. Like I can't just
Oh.
Yes.
read your mind.
Mm.
It has to be like I talk to you, and then you have to respond. That's how telepathy works. I'm not reading your mind.
Right.
Well,
Penis.
as they're all drinking and cheering, you can
fuck,
see
come,
that
come,
these mercenaries do indeed partake in a lot of the liquor and free food that you offer them. And as you approach the table, Otilg Ravenclaw looks up and he cheers. He says, "I appreciate your merriment. Or rather, I expected, fuck it, I'm too drunk for this. I like you. I thought we would fight at first.
What made you think that?
I read the letter.
You read the letter. It was sealed.
Nice.
Dual pipe up. Okay, you know you've got a face made for fighting.
It was sealed.
This is very true.
He does have that face.
But we have wizards. I can melt wax. It's not complicated.
Right.
I see that. I also see you have Drow in your company. I thought
Yes, Silas. I'm sorry, Shade. I call him Shade.
since when did Cormyrians fraternize with elves?
God, you can't say that, man. God damn it! All right. Ah.
Wow, wearing
no,
that
we
one kind of out
we
on your
can't.
sleeve there.
We don't hear that.
You
Taurus.
know,
We're not over there. We're not over there.
most of the time we don't. Have you ever heard of the rumor of Dritz Dwarden?
The rumor. I've heard of Dritz.
Yes, the
What
legend.
rumor?
Well, the drow. I guess it's not a rumor. A story.
What about him?
Well, it's one of my favorite tales. So I hired the bastard. Believe it or not, he knows a lot of magic. Complains when we take him through the sun. That's about it. I don't like him,
Drow aren't known for liking the surface.
but he knows what he's doing. He bites into like a turkey wing, takes another big gulp, and everybody's being pretty rowdy at their tables. You can see these guys they're not noble folk, and some of the nobles look a little bit like distastefully as they're eating, cutting up their food and eating slowly, and everybody here is eating with their hands, just making a mess.
They know how
those
to do it.
nobles. Those
They
nobles
know how
better
to
get
do it.
used to it. Their king is not the most noble of people either. So
I think it's just Taurus, isn't it?
Taurus has the most. Well, so Otelg was raised noble, but from his time on the road, he's not. He
Right,
acts more
okay.
like a commoner.
I mean, I can use silverware, but I'm still gonna have a good time.
Yeah, we're having a good time chilling over
Yeah,
here.
I'm not gonna be
with-
lame.
Our table's doing
So
pretty
how are
good.
you? How are you finding our fledgling kingdom?
It's not too bad. We've got a little something to show you too. Our kingdom's growing,
Are you pushing into the Dalelands?
It's not just your son's kingdom he took over. It's two more around it. And we've moved a floating city in. It's a beautiful sight.
Took over. I meant to ask about that.
Aye.
How is my son?
Oh, your son's fine. He's a good boy. Doesn't put up too much of a fight.
And he just gave my family's lands.
No,
To
I
Blackthorn?
said he fought, didn't I? Just wasn't much of one.
Hmm.
And he stares at you.
Yo, insight check him. Insight check him.
There's nothing to insight. He straight up told me he fought.
We just told
Yeah,
the
he
truth.
said he
I
didn't
do
fight
want-
hard. He
I-
didn't say he didn't fight.
I do want
hard.
to insight check on that my son is fine.
Rook, if you want to try to discreetly cast a spell, I mean, you could either step away, or is it like something... What are you trying to do? And you can insight
trying to
check, Rook,
cast-
as well,
I'm-
Otilg.
Well, I'm way over here by the fire. Rook's kind of just standing over here being
Yep.
weird by the fire, but he's just trying to get
Damn.
away from everyone. I want to cast see invisibility on myself
Sure.
so that I can see if there's anything else.
Yeah, you just you
in the
mumble
room.
under your
Nat
breath and wave
20.
over your eyes as you turn around and look throughout the room. Nope. Nobody invisible.
Hey, Taurus, look at that paranoid dude over there in the corner next to the fire.
What a weirdo.
Otilg, the insight on whether or not your son was fine, he's certainly alive. He doesn't seem to be lying about that. And Ravenclaw looks up and he says, don't worry. We didn't beat up his face. He's still pretty.
He wants to fight.
He does want to fight. And Otilg is getting itchy.
Are the rest of us like hearing this, or are we just over here having a good time at our
Oh,
table?
I
Or
mean,
Merrick's
you guys
hearing
can
all of
roll
it.
perceptions.
come on,
You guys certainly see Otilg talking to them.
Yeah, we see him
yeah,
talking.
like oh, everything looks like it's going
Hey,
really well over
They're
there.
another
going,
nat
Good
20
over there.
God,
Merrick
just
Where
sees
were
a
these
fight.
earlier?
my Merrick's like, I've seen this before.
yeah.
Don't worry about it, Taurus.
Yeah.
Merrick's on top
Getting
of
a
it.
bar
I
fight.
mean, yeah.
I'm just glad I rolled a 20 when it counted, guys.
You know,
Yeah,
Taurus,
good job.
Taurus,
Rook will go
you're
over.
Taurus is like
Rook will
mid
go over here
mid
and sit
talking
down
to
next to
Morgana.
the table with Otilg on the end here.
Yeah, and Rook, throw me an advantage perception because you've been like scouting. You've been seeing invisibility, talking to the guards. I burped and said
Nice.
Enjoying the air.
but
Nice.
yeah, I mean just roll me an advantage perception.
There we go.
It's a 14. So you're at least you're at that table. You're aware of the situation. So you come over to get closer to listen. And Merrick, you spot it. A bit of tension growing, and Otil kind of like white knuckling as he's starting to fist up. And
Rook will see
And
what's
back
happening
behind
and
him.
he'll reach out using telepathy to Otilg and say, "Are you all right? You need me to do anything?"
Merrick, you kind of step
I
up.
will hold my calm.
You could always fight this guy just as a formal duel out there in the center of the floor. I don't
You
know
want
if
me
you
to
want to
punch
do that.
him?
And he just kind of
I'll just
turns
No.
around. He's like,
With
another
a formal
ale,
duel,
please."
with a formal duel, you potentially wouldn't involve everyone here.
So
There's no
boring.
need to kill him, but
Yep.
maybe put him in his place. It's up to you.
Yeah.
I would like more information. Sir Ravenclaw, how does the Queen fare? It's been a while since I've been in Cormyr. How are the King and Queen?
Well, I can only imagine. But, probably nervous. Yeah? They should be at the wedding. They got an invitation, too.
And why would they be nervous?
Well, last time they saw Floating City, it almost destroyed the place. Or
You've
did you
been
not
very
read your
forthcoming.
history?
I'm versed enough in the Cormyrian histories. You've been very forthcoming with information. It seems to me that your lord means to conquer all of Cormyr. Would I be wrong in that assumption?
You would be. He doesn't want to conquer. He wants to rule. You could control the place. I don't think he'd much care. But you'd have to bow your little head, Lord.
Otilg's going to take a long pull on a pint and say, "It was nice speaking with you, Sir Ravenclaw." And I'm going to step away.
Just turns and continues the merriment drinking, kind of eyeing you over his shoulder, watching. But the party has a bit of merriment. It is 10 o'clock. How late do we want to play? Do you guys got to end tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I gotta go to work tomorrow.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So we're going to end kind of the merriment here as Sir Taurus, you sit across from Morgana. Do you present her with that hammer?
I am going to give her that hammer.
Please
Just
give
say-
the hammer. I got.
I'm going to
time
give her
for
the hammer. I'm going to say this is an antique. My friends and I rescued this from the local
Adamantite forge.
adamantite forge.
Yeah, it's like holy shit.
Indeed.
It is
That's a bit-
In fact, my great companion and trusted friend Thule, who is literally like the expert in all things dwarven, told me that this hammer would make a great gift.
Really? Well,
Uh-huh.
that's really thoughtful of you. I thought you might have forgotten about me, Taurus. And she reaches over to take a look at it, and I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna say because she's a little off guard. It's just gonna be a straight roll, not advantage, because she's not gonna overly inspect. She'll roll an investigation. It's a 7. She looks at it. She says, "Could be a little cleaned up, but it's perfect." And she'll put it down on her side and into a bag, and she just smiles and, "Do you want another drink?" And she'll start to pour.
Oh, absolutely.
And you guys chat and drink, and it goes over pretty smoothly at the moment. I'm sure she'll look at it later. But she seems to like it. Throw me a persuasion check, Taurus, as well.
Do I need to try and persuade her of something first?
It's just to see how the conversation goes.
Bradley leans over and goes, "You got this, big man."
It's a 15.
Inspiration. Bardic inspiration.
You know what? Yeah, in some of the songs, somewhere along the lines, Bradley throws in something to give you a bardic inspiration. Go for
Hyping
it.
him up, being
Roll
his
a
wingman over
D8
here.
to add to that.
Jeez, D8.
Knock it out of the park, slugger.
A 19. You see that the night goes over pretty well. Magana gets pretty drunk, and she seems to enjoy your company and your gift, Taurus. Counter
Oh,
That's
charm.
nice.
Bradley
No, I
counter
didn't need a counter
charms.
charm.
He
I was
says, "No,
trying to
don't be
get rid of my
charming," and
bardic
he jumps on
inspiration.
the table. No. That is the end of the night, guys. We'll pick up here next week. If anybody wants to do anything before the night falls or anything, you can. Otherwise, we'll end the party and long rest and all that when we come back. But that's where we'll leave it off tonight. Thanks for playing. Thanks for watching, everybody. Stream. We'll see you
Real quick,
all
are you
next-
saying that
Yes.
we're gonna, when we start our next session,
We'll pick up right
this
here.
feast will be over? Oh, right here. Okay, cool.
We'll pick up right here, and you guys can tell me if the feast is over, or if something happens, or, you guys can potentially start a fight with them, or you could just, end the feast. They're going to go back to their barracks, kind of drunk. You got them drunk, they're drinking, they're happy.
Can we just keep going and, playing cards, see if any of them want to stick around?
Sure. Yeah, we'll pick up on it next week. See what you guys want to
I
do.
have some more ideas with Ravenclaw, too, so.
Cool.
Okay, cool.
We'll pick right up on this then next week, guys. I'll
right.
see you all
Later,
then.
guys.
Bye, stream.
All right. See you.